Oh, is the thumb mean we're on? Great, I'm so
Go, that's good, isn't it?
Hi everyone, welcome to the ACFC Transfer Deadline Day live stream, where we are gonna try our best. Because remember when Transfer Deadline Days were good?
Vaguely.
It's a long old time ago now, but we've got, what, 2 hours until the end of the window. There's all kinds of things randomly sort of happening. We will keep you up to date with all of them. There's a lot of concerned looks going around the room. We've got some room, by the way. Can we get a cheer room? So like it's lived in, it's like a full experience. You're not going to get this on Sky Sports News. So we've got a couple of things to go through. We're going to talk to you about Jeremy Jacquet, which we're still not entirely sure.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
One of those things I've only ever seen written down. We're going to go a little bit about him. You've prepared some stuff on
Jorgen Strand Larsen.
Jorgen Strand Larsen. We're going to be joined by the Independent's Miguel Delaney. Woo! The biggest shit came from Miguel there, by the way. And what else we're going to do for 3 hours? Quizzes?
Yeah, we're going to fill an awful lot of time.
We're going to fill an awful lot of dead air on this channel. We've got the chat down there, so if you are joining us, please do say hello. Ask us questions. God knows that'll kill a couple of minutes. And yeah, strap in. We've got what exactly a Sky. We got the countdown anyway. Did we say we're going to do the countdown?
Yeah.
1 hour, 59 minutes, and 0 seconds of your lives still to go, and maybe a football club might buy a football player.
I highly doubt it.
Right, should we start with a little update? Where are we on the Mateta thing? Is that gone? I left the room for 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's a bit dead in the water. It's come out that he might have to be out for 3 to 4 months and need knee surgery.
That's bad.
Which isn't ideal.
I wouldn't buy him.
No, I don't think I would either. So yeah, the AC Milan deal looks off. Juventus were interested in him. I don't know if they're going to come back in.
But they're still going to get, because you're doing this bit on Larsen.
Yeah, they're still planning on getting Strand Larsen.
They're still going to bring him in.
That's what the plan is. They're still planning on getting him.
Why has that not happened yet?
I don't know.
I would be getting quite worried if I was a Crystal Palace fan.
Yeah. Is it there's like a deal sheet thing you could submit if it's late? Like, that was always the thing on deadline day,
I'm
wasn't
sure
it?
we'll talk about deal sheets loads past the 7 p.m. window. Usual thing we like to do on every live stream, now that we've warmed up ever so slightly. I don't know, I keep looking at my watch at the time isn't on 3 different screens in the room. Where are you watching from in the world? That's the best bit about doing the streams. Please do comment down below with where you are, and we'll try and sort of shout all those out as we go through. And then we'll get the vibe, we'll get some chat going, and then we'll start properly. Well, you excited?
I am excited.
I'm excited about this.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. Even if nothing happens, you know, we're here. This is pretty monumental. We're in this room.
Look how professional this looks. This is the slickest thing we've done in the entire history of the channel, which is quite nice. Comfortably. Yeah, anyway, so where is everybody? We're getting those chats coming in yet. Ottawa, Canada, another Canada flag. Malaysia, outside, good. Oh, that's Eliza, great. Sunderland, Brentford, Chicago, Iowa, Denver, Sweden, Australia. God, it really is. So
when we initially made this open to people to come in and be a part of the audience, this was part of the problem, was that coming in from Ottawa might not be seen as a good journey.
There were 2 fairly major problems. One is geography, and 2 is we've since realised that putting 5 to 10 seats in this room would have been... Well, they'd have been sat there is kind of the main issue.
Yeah.
So thank you to everyone who did apply for that.
Yes,
we will do live events at some point. Thanks for bringing that up. But you simply would not fit in the room. And also, this room is considerably further away. What have I missed here? Worcester, South Africa, Netherlands, Ottawa, Blackpool, Germany. See, nobody's saying, like,
more
the Jubilee line. Are they? So you can see the problem we were having with that. Indiana?
There's India and
Indiana on top
of
Proxima Centauri, that's a lie. I know where that is. That isn't true, although mad if it is. Someone from Pennsylvania, is that where Groundhog Day was? Is that where Pennsylvania? Puxatawny Phil, is that Pennsylvania?
The deafening silence of the room made me think that no one understands what you mean.
This is a UK news office. How does nobody in this room know where Groundhog Day happens? Is Puxatawny Phil Philadelphia?
I think the chat can help us out.
Pennsylvania? Yeah. Is Pennsylvania in Philadelphia?
Philadelphia's in Pennsylvania.
Philadelphia's in Pennsylvania. Yeah. There we go. We got there at the end. Wonderful. Brilliant. Right. Before we get into any sort of quiz-based activities or start the main featurette, should we invite our esteemed guest, Miguel Delaney? I can see him just playing around on his phone. Yeah. So might as well make some use of him. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please, for an actual journalist in the room.
You've got your mic. You've got your mic there as well.
So Miguel, vitally, anything, I need to clarify this now for the audience. Anything I say over the course of this live stream, right, is just vibes. It's just what I think. It may even be a lie at some point. But you are a journalist, and your phone does stuff today.
I mean, it was doing stuff earlier. Now at the moment, before I came on, I sent a few messages to agents and that asking, is anything going to happen late on? And the answer was, nah.
From all of them?
Nice.
Yeah, from 2 of them, basically.
Did none of them misunderstand and think you were just asking if they wanted to get a drink later?
No,
is anything happening later on today?
I did ask about Mateta, and it does seem that has completely broken down now.
Wow.
Juventus did look earlier on. But,
yeah, there was some talk that Juventus was sniffing around it.
But then Juventus were, they were the club initially who wanted him.
That's what started this,
Yeah, and that was about 2 weeks ago. Then Milan looked very strong, and that's kind of fallen apart.
Yeah. Okay. Do we think, is this because of this knee thing, or is this just, is nobody saying yet?
There's no actual clarity on it yet. There has been talk of his knee, but this is one where I wouldn't say it.
You wouldn't like to say it on a live stream completely unsubstantiated?
No, essentially. Why would you do that?
Exactly, yeah.
Who would do a thing like that, right?
It's a bit of a weird one for Mateta himself, though, because the whole point of this move, he wants to guarantee he's in the French squad for the World Cup.
Right.
Which is quite like that, an old-fashioned thing. Just about being in the Premier League.
He's been in it, yeah.
Yeah, like being at a World Cup, and so he wanted to go to a Champions League club, and he might not get that opportunity. So we'll see. A bit of a race for him.
What's the thing with Strand Larsen? Is that going to impact that at all? Or are they still going to go?
I think they're still going to go for it, given how. I mean, Palace do have a bit of a need now. That's a bit of a weird one, though. Strand Larsen. Everyone's obviously focused on one goal, but there is something bigger here. I think that comes from the summer as well, where because obviously it was the main theme of the summer window. All the
strikers, everybody's trying to buy strikers,
and especially kind of like the old big six and all that sort of thing. But they've all done quite badly, bar Ekitike, I'd say. And it does feel like that's really inflated.
I'll not hear that about Valdemar, thanks very much, but I can understand
would you strictly have him as a striker?
The man has scored goals in a team that has needed them.
I mean, not for a few months, but...
He scored some goals in a team that has needed them.
I wouldn't say that about Gyökeres either, personally. He's not been great, but we've been good.
Yeah.
And I think we've been good even despite him not being great.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know.
This must be great. You've been asked to come on this stream by 2 people who are not journalists. Actually, I dispute that all these strikers.
No.
None of them have what's the word? Pulled up any trees. I'll give you that. Ekitike he's been in and out as well. None of them have been unreserved successes.
But you can kind of see with Ekitike as well why they bought him, and obviously the 2 goals, especially the second one on Saturday.
Brilliant.
He
with his distal phalanx. Did you read that?
Oh, I did read that.
His distal phalanx.
Yeah, I did also see who was it? Someone from the BBC or something who was a doctor and.
Amir, we love Amir. We love Amir's great. Yeah, I've literally never used this term in my life.
Yes.
I'll be shouting it at Power League now next time someone gets on the wrong side to finish with their strong foot. Yeah. Distal phalanx.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I mean, you can see why they bought Ekitike, whereas it does feel like the rest, and apparently in the summer he was the one that, he was considered the top target, or the kind of the best possible option outside Isak. And then the rest, it does feel like, okay, we have to get a striker, let's just do it now. And it did inflate prices. I mean, Sesko might end up being very good, and yesterday's goal was really well taken.
Yeah. What's the fee that's been mentioned for Strand Larsen?
It's about 43, is it?
43 plus 5, I think.
Now, you're right, I should have researched this before we came on, but obviously Newcastle were heavily linked with him before they went to Baltimore. And that was for way more. Wolves weren't budging on, I think it was about 60 or something like that.
Yeah.
So obviously the market being inflated in the summer, a lot of these players didn't get their moves.
Well, it's also, I think, why it has ended up being quite a quiet close to the window, and really a quiet window in general.
Yeah.
It's basically because I was talking to someone earlier about this, an exec who has worked in it, and they were basically saying the ultimate problem with January is it's an emergency situation basically, because with the way it works now, especially with PSR, PSR about to go, but clubs do try and plan properly, and suddenly obviously you notice mistakes or gaps during the season. Then it comes to January, and it is really like a seller's market in the sense that they know any club coming in, they can just hike prices massively.
Yeah. Well, it's a sign that the season's going badly. If you need major enforcements in January, it's a sign your season really hasn't gone to plan, is it? And that shows with the transfers that have been made so far, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And even City, City, they've obviously been the biggest spenders with 2 big deals. That does, both of those feel a little bit of a response to bigger issues.
Reactions on
they don't feel like January signings either.
No, exactly,
they're players who were both linked heavily in the summer. Both nearly went in the summer.
Yeah. And even if you look at that as well, I mean, it's sort of like City, okay, they didn't quite buy a new team last year, but a lot of the players that they bought this time last year are now, like Marmouche, what's happened there? And suddenly Semenyo's kind of in now. Yeah. So it just does feel a bit of an upscale. They had a few errors, so they're correcting them. But they were one of about, I'd say, a third of the Premier League that wanted to spend and haven't been able to. But apparently a big thing there is, this is where we get lost in the modern journalist world of acronyms, especially in football journalism. PSR is about to be replaced by SCR. And apparently this has been a genuinely big thing this January because, so it was put to me, And like if you're going to spend money, and this is where kind of the valuation of players comes in, if you're going to spend a certain amount, for the first time, clubs, unless you're in Europe, because Europe already has squad cost ratio rules as SCR, clubs for the first time have to start thinking in terms of two financial models, because the Premier League next season is replacing the much debated profit and sustainability rules with SCR. SCR basically allows, it's a little bit more layered and staggered, but allows a certain percentage of your overall revenue to be spent, whereas PSR obviously is more directly linked to incomings and outgoings. So that meant I was told of one club that did want to do business this January, but they were basically, they felt with PSR, had they signed someone, they would have busted through this window, whereas for SEO for next year, they're fine. So they could have done it. So this is kind of, it's added an extra layer, I think. So even though there was probably about 500 million of Premier League money could have been spent, but ultimately a lot of clubs just felt they couldn't go through deals.
This change to the rules, I'm going to ask the question, which will be the summation of what every single person watching this video wants to know. This changes rules. Which clubs is this good for, and which clubs is this bad for? Who's going to like it and who's going to hate it?
You can basically judge on who voted for it. So it very much suits the already wealthy clubs and the clubs with very wealthy owners. So yeah.
Give over.
So basically, it's
Are you drawing a direct line between power and money?
Well, would you believe?
I can't believe we've gone this early with the scoops. Wow.
But I mean, there is. So I'm doing an article about exactly this for the Independent this week. I think this is actually bad for football generally. I mean, even aside from the obvious of kind of it suits the wealthy clubs, because what it's you can see in how all of the admired mid-tier clubs, your Brightons, Bournemouths, the clubs who've kind of made a virtue out of buying to sell and then kind of gradually going up the levels, it's bad for them, and it kind of accentuates their need to sell. It's going to affect their model a bit. But secondly, the whole point of this SCR, this is great. This is where we're going to really get into some detailed technical stuff. I'm not sure there's a way to kind of really jazz this up, but I'll just have to go through it.
That's all right. So, we're going to do a quiz after this.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So SCR was supposed to have a complementary mechanism called anchoring. People would have heard of this.
It was tied to... Yeah.
And the Premier League were working on this for about 3 years. And essentially means, so even though, like, because I suppose with the new one SCR, if we've got a wealthy owner, they can put in more revenue because that's not disallowed in the same way, and they can spend more. But what anchoring would have meant the wealthiest club could never have spent more than a multiple of the revenue of the bottom club, which kind of just means it does, like I said, like if you imagine the market being a wide open space, it crunches it a bit, and they didn't get anchoring through. So again, it favours the wealthiest in every possible way.
Well, strike me down.
It's going to affect things, I'd say.
We're going to see like a much bigger, because I mean, it's been sort of weird this season because we've always had all the conversations about the gap between the Premier League and the Championship. Obviously, basically fueled by 3 clubs came up one year, got absolutely bitched out of the league. Next year, same thing happens, even worse. This year, it's kind of like we've stopped having that conversation because they've been far more competitive, all 3 teams that have come up. But it still feels like the gap between the quality standard, certainly the players, the players who go to the bottom half of the Premier League sides are the players who normally would have gone to the bigger sides across Europe. Yeah. And now it's just like the Premier League's dominating everything in terms of the signings. Is this going to make that worse internally in the league, or is it going to affect Europe? Yeah,
I think it will make it worse internally. Because if you look at the last 2 years, I know it caused a lot of debate. I would say PSR largely worked because if you look at the amount of time it took Semenyo to leave Bournemouth, I'd say a few years ago he would end up going much earlier. A lot of the stars from last season ended up were kind of mid-tier players. They ended up staying that bit longer. Now I think that will happen quicker. I think that's what will happen now. It'll be more difficult for your middle tier clubs to build up good teams in the way we've seen. But then it's funny, like I was talking to, just you mentioned the Premier League against Europe there, I was talking to another exec about this, about when they were trying to sign a player from Atletico Madrid or somewhere, and I said like it's genuinely amazing. When a Premier League club goes in, the price goes up double. Yep. If another Premier League comes in as well, it goes up another 30%. Because they just, and it's, obviously, it's not correction. The Premier League has so much more money than the rest of Europe because of broadcasting. But that is a slight balancing act because ultimately, like, if an Italian club was coming in for a Spanish player, then they're not going to get the same hike in price.
I don't know if anyone's been paying attention to the chat while we've been having this conversation, but what you've done is you mentioned Victor Gyökeres, and now it appears that there is an entire argument going on between 6 or 7 people in the chat about whether or not Gyökeres has...
I'm fairly certain they're all Arsenal fans as well.
No way!
Yeah. Who'd have guessed it?
But that's a mad one, though, like the Gyökeres one, in the sense that... So, up until, I would say...
I'm anxious here.
June 2025, every other club in England that wanted a striker thought Sesko was going to Arsenal.
Yep.
And
we did a video on it.
Yeah.
We did a video on how we'd fit the system, everything.
Yeah.
It looked like it was done.
Absolutely. And they'd done apparently, like I've written this for The Independent, so I'm not saying much more here, but they had done 18 months of work on him.
Yep.
And also Arsenal do like strikers that can grow with, or players that can grow with the kind of system and all that, so I'm at a certain age. Well, then suddenly they pivoted to Gyökeres, who was signed for to be the finished article, except, well, I would say he's clearly not the finished article as regards a top-level Premier League.
I think I don't see much... My stance on Gyökeres is that I think it's a more nuanced argument than just he is bad because he is good. I don't think his individual performances have been great. I do think Arsenal as a team play better when he is in it. I think that's evidenced like...
But the problem he's got there is Havertz basically gets what Arteta wants so much more.
The problem with that is that they probably play better again with Havertz in the side. So I
think it's different, isn't it? I think you can play with Gyökeres and Havertz because Gyökeres stretches that defensive line and leaves that space in behind for the Sakas, the Ezes, the Ødegaards, the Trossards, whereas Havertz doesn't do that.
No,
Jesus and Havertz both come into that exact space. So while... that's £60 million of occupying space. It's a space that kind of matters. I don't know. That's how I view it.
It's a transfer deadline day live stream. We're talking about whether or not a player Arsenal bought 6 months ago. Being
we are massive.
Anyway, so as you were saying, the Sesko situation.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's where it still strikes me that Arsenal deal was surprising. But then to be fair, just to maybe wrap, given it's in the chat, I mean with Gyökeres, if Arsenal win the title. And even if Havertz dislodges him from the team, if Gyökeres scores 1-2 goals in what games that matter towards the end, or even comes on as a sub, say in a big Champions League game, that's sort of
it's worth a league title.
It works out.
I think the contribution he's had so far, he's only 1 or 2 good moments away from being considered a decent signing. I don't get why people are so ready to just label it a total failure. Like the money paid is a lot, obviously, but the money going around for strikers this summer, it's not even really. Yeah. Neither here nor there. Now, we should point out, by the way, normally when we do these live streams, it is just me and Archie, and I appreciate a lot of the conversations. Real hardcore dedicated football fans might have, can't really be answered by us two. I normally just say, haha, I guess. So since Miguel is here, for however much longer he is, if you have got a question you would like to ask to a real sports journalist whose phone has been beeping today,
you better check it.
Please do get that. Would you keep an eye on
I'll
keep an eye.
If you've
got any questions for Miguel, please do get them in the chat.
We got one question on the SCR change. So it's wondering about the clubs competing in Europe, or is it just going to hurt mid-table teams limiting spending?
So the reason the Premier League have brought it in is because Europe already has it. Okay. But Europe actually has it with SCR and PSR. So Europe actually has a double mechanism to keep. It's much stricter, whereas the Premier League will only have one main mechanism. I think generally all the European qualified clubs are used to it. They also happen to be the wealthier clubs, so they're happy with it.
Yeah.
And it will be all those middle tier clubs that are. I think the biggest thing is, this is what someone else said to me today about it, that it's going to force, even say a Semenyo situation. A Bournemouth would have to sell such a player much more quickly.
Well, Bournemouth's an interesting example because they've had an okay season. It's not been disastrous this season by any stretch of the imagination. They probably one of the smallest clubs to ever punch as high as that in the Premier League ever. If you look sort of like the revenue they've got access to, stadium size, all of this. If you worked it out as a ratio, they're probably the most successful club in the English football the last 10 years by size.
Yeah.
And this summer they had to get rid of Huijsen. Zabani went, Kirkez went, goalie went, constant talk about Areola going, now Semenyo's gone. And they had just sort of broken in to that sort of like consistent top half, cup runs, smell Europe in your nostrils, that kind of thing. And they've just been absolutely gutted from top to bottom in the space of 2 windows.
And they've kept it, to be fair to Bournemouth as well, they arguably should have had a bigger tailspin, but they haven't. They've kept it quiet. I think that's a testament to Areola.
I think if you take any other team with their resources and take away that many players of that level of importance to the way they play, I think that's it in one season.
But I think that's an interesting one as well in terms of, because obviously like the manager market has arguably been more frenetic than the player.
Probably in the summer,
yeah. The summer. And so when the day Amarim was sacked, the big talk from people like who knew things going on at United was Glasner is the favourite.
Yeah.
But because of what's happened since, and I do think this has played. Look, Glasner's obviously been responding to what's happened to his team, but a lot of executives and people in football are like, not sure about this level.
He's done it at every club, Glasner.
Yeah, exactly.
He's taken it on, started very well, built a cult of personality around it, enjoyed success, and then, I don't know whether this is a fair comment or not, but certainly it always feels like the club he's at, he bumps up against the realistic ceiling they've got, and then doesn't really sort of take that in stride, if that makes sense. He doesn't understand why that's not being taken out of his path.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why suddenly a few clubs are looking at it in a different way, and people point to Iraola, look at the way he's dealt with it all, how measured he's been. But I do like the Palace thing is a bit of a tragedy, really. They get a good team together, they win a cup in a way that actually is denied a lot of clubs are denied that opportunity. And then within 6 months, it all goes a bit sour for all sorts of reasons.
I can't imagine a worse month as a football fan than what Palace have been through.
It's manager, Gahey, and Mateta in the same month.
But
after losing Eze, in the summer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's horrible.
It's awful.
Yeah.
But that's
great.
A lot of people who support like these much big clubs will tell you like that's it in any business, it's in any sort of industry. Like there will be those at the top.
Sport, I always hate that argument. Like this is sport.
Is it sport?
Yeah. Well,
is it sport?
Is this aspect of it sport?
But that's, I mean, like this is. Well, we could get into a very boring discussion about what regulation.
Hey guys in the chat, is it sport? Yes or no?
Do you want to talk about regulation? But like, but we really
quizzes on regulation.
Yeah, good. Yeah, excellent. On different acronyms, please.
Yes.
But one of the things with like that whole debate though, like when people say, "Oh, it's a business, not a sport." No, I mean, even if you look at it from that perspective, the purpose of the business of sport is to recreate competition every year, to make compelling matches. And you do that. I mean, this is why the Premier League is much wealthier than the League, given we are talking about this, because it quickly had a model where there was more competitive balance, more kind of shared points than in Spain, say, with Barcelona and Madrid. So yeah, those people who talk about big clubs in that way are wrong.
Any questions for Miguel? I did see one that I was going to ask.
Yes, anything on the Tottenham front? I saw on the Independent Live blog you did a bit saying that they were in for someone late.
That was not the question I was going to ask.
Was it not?
I'll get to that.
You get on to yours.
I saw it. We'll do Tottenham.
So Tottenham, because this one has been going, I feel like I've been writing the same piece for about 3 weeks. Tottenham, well, 2 pieces. One almost every Saturday evening, I was getting messages about how, because they were playing these bad games they had on Saturdays, how the hierarchy is split. Some want Frank to stay, some think he should go, blah, blah, blah. And the other one then, they do actually want to spend, except it doesn't feel like, because Spurs now have money, they've got budget. It does feel like they haven't figured out what exactly want to do. And again, we come down to January being difficult. So they went into this window, and especially the last 2 weeks, wanting an attacker. It doesn't look like they've been able to get one done. Akliouche from Monaco was the big one. That's gone back and forth a little bit. Monaco didn't want to sell him without having a replacement in. I think by the time, I think there was some activity there today from what I'm told, but Monaco had no interest in doing a deal. So it means they were looking at Duran or Diaby.
Well, sorry Miguel, not to cut the legs out from under you and dunk on you here. Tottenham have actually just bought an attacker while you've been speaking.
Go on.
Is he an attacker? I didn't even read it properly.
Is that lad we were in for?
Oh, is it the same guy?
Is that James Wilson, the lad from Hearts?
The 18-year-old, yeah.
Wow, yeah. So Arsenal, this is from Romano, Spurs loan deal with buy clause. So they have got money to spend on a loan deal for an 18-year-old SPFL. Third choice.
It's the big deal. The big deal of the window.
It's been the big deal of the stream. So that's the biggest thing that's happened while we've been live. So I'm not going to be snippy about it. That's currently the biggest deal we've had on air.
Is that revenge for Eze?
They've got their links back there, haven't they?
That'll tell them.
That'll show us.
Although, actually, if we're saying that now, if he then ends up becoming like one of the greatest strikers in the history of the Premier League, this clip will end up being.
I hope it does.
That'll show Arsenal. Ha ha ha.
But yes, so they haven't. I mean, there was some talk they wanted a defender as well.
Well, actually, Miguel, now you said
oh wow, and another live development. No, but yeah, Spurs. It's been quiet, and I think a little bit frustrating for them, I'd say.
The question I have, which I did see pop up in the chat, is you've got a lot of journalists based down south saying that this was true and did happen, and a lot of journalists based up north saying it's absolute rubbish. There was nothing in it ever. There was some Tonali Arsenal rumbling this morning that I think Ornstein said that there was something to do with an agent, but nobody quite knows what it is.
I'm sure Arsenal do like him. I can't see how that would have done, because from what I'm told, to actually buy a player, and this is why there was some talk of a loan after Marino's injury, Arsenal would have had to sell. I think that was due to PSR. So I personally haven't heard that there was actually a concrete move for Tonali. And I just, when you weigh up the available evidence, I can't see. I don't doubt that maybe people were trying to maybe make something happen outside the clubs. But
and maybe in the summer that's something that they come back to.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing with January is the time constraints, isn't it?
If money's a bit, I can't speak for Newcastle's club, but if money's a bit tight, I'm sure they'd take right in a couple of quid.
But this is a bit of an odd one as well with Newcastle, because
just a few, Bob.
Early in the window, I think I said this to you. They were definitely looking for two defenders earlier in the window.
Yeah, left back, centre back, and possibly a midfielder if somebody left. Yeah,
And it's a bit it's not even that there hasn't been much. It's as if they haven't, there's been no real murmurs about what they wanted.
There's been no names. Obviously, the Joe Willock exit, that looked pretty far along at one stage. The club assessed that, you might be sixth choice centre midfielder, but across the course of a season, when you're still currently in 4 competitions, you will need a sixth choice centre midfielder if you play 3 of them. You can't just be like, you're not getting. And obviously, played against PSG, he was very good. Got the goal there. So without somebody coming in, it's clear they obviously haven't identified any concrete targets, know what the price is, have it pretty much lined up. So.
But a big thing there as well, I suppose, and this is generally true of all clubs now, they try and be smarter. Most of them are taking the view that unless it's an absolute emergency, which in most cases it isn't, it's not like they have to replace someone that's essential, they don't want to sign a player in January who they wouldn't sign in the summer. And I think that's probably the thinking with Newcastle there as well.
I think a lot of clubs as well be like, it's a bad month to sort of do business. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. But Newcastle especially, they've got Bruno Guimaraes in January, they've got Dan Burn in January, they've got Anthony Gordon in January. It's probably they've probably done better buys in January the last couple of years than they have in the summer.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
And none of those are big overpays. Dan Burn's really been worth the money. Gordon probably debate now, but certainly 40 odd million at the time. Very good given that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Bruno's worth 3-4 times that.
Yeah, and Bruno's kind of the most important player on the team now, isn't he? Villa have actually, to be fair, given another club that have been surrounded by that sort of debate, they have strengthened a bit, but probably not enough.
They've had a very strange year in regards to transfers, because they were another one that looked like they'd absolutely made a right hash of it, and now somehow look a lot better this year than they did last year.
Although I do wonder now, just because that's 2 home defeats in a row for Villa, or 2 defeats in 3. I do wonder whether Emery necessarily pushed the available squad he had, used them a lot over the last few months.
Beyond its means kind of
thing. And now there's going to be
very little rotation there as well.
Well, that's 4 central midfielder injuries as well. That's why they've had to bring in Douglas Luiz, because all of their midfielders are injured. So what do you reckon, they come tumbling down? Or at least a dip in form?
I mean, look, this is the sort of thing, Villa fans are already at me a bit, because 3 years ago I said that Emery isn't an elite coach. And by that I did temper that. He's a very good manager, but my argument there was, well, he's never won a major league outside France. He's never won the Champions League. Those are the elite trophies. Yeah. So I would say that's a fair enough view. While allowing, he's done a very good job.
Did you say yet, or did you just say in general?
I said in general, to be fair. I mean, by that point, he'd had a 19-year coaching career. But so they might
fair enough.
they might slaughter me for this. I have a hunch now that Villa, especially because they might go for the Europa League, to be fair, they could end up 6th or so. I think Villa.
Put a big. I mean, I know obviously Man United are hitting a bit of form. That guy could conceivably be getting a haircut before we know it. I'm actually genuinely quite excited about that.
How many wins is it?
They've had 3.
3 down. They need 5.
Okay.
Tottenham and West Ham.
Tottenham
and West Ham. Tottenham and West Ham stand between him and.
I wonder what his hairline's like. Just entirely off topic.
Imagine none of it.
There'll be like a TV remote in there. There'll be all sorts he'll dig out.
Find his cat. That'd be
Didn't he get it done, I saw, or something like that? He got it styled or something. Yeah.
Oh, you
kind of have to, didn't you?
I saw this on a podcast. Again, we're getting completely derailed from the concept of transfer deadline day. But we've got time to kill, guys. We're not going to apologise for that. What does he do? Was it Roy Keane said this? What does he do after this?
I did think that, just as you said, actually.
I'm sure he's built up enough of a profile. I'm sure there's some agency have got their claws into him, and we'll try and sort of keep him all right. But I just keep looking at him and thinking, this is your Ibiza final boss. Everyone's like, look at this, isn't this mad? Yeah. Look at this, isn't this mad? And when you've looked at it enough, or when he gets it cut, it's going to be like, okay.
Because essentially it is, I suppose, it's one internet meme, really, isn't it? So
the thing is, I see him on the internet quite a lot. He seems very genuine, very knowledgeable, very interesting, very personable, very nice guy. But like, do people on the internet want that?
Well, he gets a load of shit when he goes to United games, doesn't he?
Well, stop going.
So like, you can't do many United content from the games, so that's out.
Well, people might not recognise him once he gets. I mean, I didn't recognise you when you turned up this morning.
Same here, actually. Just noticed that. Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
The old Archie Gemmell hair is gone.
Yeah, that wasn't the look I was going for. But
any other questions? Questions in the chat?
Scott Gemmell, sorry.
There was
Scott Gemmell. That's Archie Gemmell.
There was one very generic. Is anything going to happen between now and the end of the deadline? But I feel like we've kind of covered that.
Yeah. Well. Mateta may or may not go somewhere.
The last I heard.
Oh no, we haven't got
Mateta is
that looks like it's off. Now that may have a domino effect. That may have a domino effect on Strand Larsen.
So someone connected to Palace saying to me, he is staying.
And I'm sure he's buzzing about that.
He's absolutely delighted.
Yeah.
So that but we don't know whether or not that definitely has a knock-on effect with Strand Larsen is the thing.
An agent's actually trying to ring me now, is it?
Don't tell him. Don't tell him to put him on the table.
I can't do that. You would never speak to me again.
Come on, that'd be so funny.
You can accept it and go off, and then come back and give us the scoop.
We've got quizzes to do.
Yeah, we've got time.
Will I go and take it?
You're more than welcome. You can leave us too.
He's actually just WhatsApped me. No, mate, nothing will happen.
That's boring.
Do you believe it?
No, not the slightest.
I'm just going to text them. I don't think I've ever done TV like this. Texting someone back. Hang on a second. While I send this WhatsApp.
Are you sure? You can tell me wink emoji. Maybe it's why I haven't got a single agent's number in my phone.
One weird one I mentioned to you earlier is that, and I don't know if this means he's going to go anywhere, but Ronaldo's not in the Al Nassr squad today. There's no injury and there's no official reason for it. Like, we were talking about this off air. Where can he go and would he go? I mean, he is Saudi now. He is kind of embodied that.
Yeah. And aren't there the rumours about the extent of his salary is absolutely huge?
Yeah.
But then isn't one of the reasons he's getting this salary and there's agitation that he wants them to spend more to compete?
The club?
But he's taking most of their money, presumably.
Or whatever their allowance is.
Yeah. Well, there's an issue with image rights and Benzema at the minute, isn't there? There's a dispute at the minute, and he's gone on strike, so it seems...
So, like, obviously, the Saudi Pro League has been one of the biggest factors in... Actually, I should mention my book is in the background there.
It's right, literally right next to your head.
But it's been one of the biggest factors in what money is spent in transfer windows for the past few years. Because, I mean, if you look at Liverpool 2 years ago, they were essentially able to reshape their team through sales. The league has gone quieter for the moment. Also, I think you'll notice this January, there's a little bit of an exodus. The suggestions are that this is part of it's going to be part of a new wave in the summer, so we might see a lot of spend in the summer again.
But is it a case of players going there a couple of summers ago?
Yeah.
Essentially getting that bag and then leaving again once they've secured several £1 million.
And also, I've just been checking there. They're actually just talking about this on Sky Sports News. £500,000 a day he's on.
I mean, that is... I didn't want to say that figure.
£500,000 a day?
According to the subtitle Sky Sports News stream we've got on in the corner.
Is that Michael Dawson?
No, it has just got away. It's Michael Dawson.
I'm not coming from Michael Dawson.
It's just got away with the report.
150 million a year.
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's too much money to know what to do.
It's all right.
Yeah, that really is.
Yeah, wouldn't mind. Yeah.
So I think.
Can you text Ronaldo?
No, I can't.
Can you text
someone that used to represent him?
Can you who would know him? Can you text Helder Postiga? This live stream will degenerate into just men naming footballers, by the way. I hope you're excited.
Well, I mean, they all do. I do have some members of the Portugal 2004 team.
There you go.
Yeah, which he was on. Yeah.
There you go.
There's a question specifically related to Saudi.
Yep. Speaking of Saudi, why has Kante left for Fenerbahce? Why has Benzema just changed teams? And why did the finances at the league work? Is there an FFP?
So I think it's more the amount of... Because obviously they have restrictions on foreign players. I think some of it is going to be clearing the space for this summer. Okay. A new wave. And also on the other side, on the player side, there is this thing where they have to stay in the country a certain amount of time so they don't pay the tax on what they earn. Because if they leave quick... Because obviously one of the things has been to kind of get players to stay there. rather than just go take the money.
Jordan Henderson got a lot of questions about that.
Yeah.
You know, Ajax, didn't he? And I think he knocked it all back, saying that wasn't. It wasn't true, or it wasn't real, or.
I suppose look, I can't speak to the specifics of Henderson's situation there.
No, certainly not 2 days after the self-assessment deadline. I'm not saying anything about taxes.
Obviously, I suppose something with like Henderson, he clearly regretted the move, went to Ajax. Also the way he went from Saudi to Ajax, he went to kind of one of the most criticised projects in the modern game.
To this kind of old school beloved footballing institution.
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
World,
Yeah. But no, I do think there is going to be. We're on to maybe the third stage of the Saudi project from the summer for that league.
Do you think? And I guess this is probably covered quite a bit in your book, but do you think it's sustainable beyond the few years it's kind of cropped up in the kind of speed that it's kind of taken? Like, is it sustainable for 10 plus years? Or
you haven't asked me because I'm not the expert and I didn't write the book about it, but I don't see any sign of it slowing down before they've hosted that World Cup.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
And this may have affected Newcastle because there are a lot of suggestions now that Newcastle sort of allowed them to kind of, get to grips with the football landscape, and now they've got basically bigger ambitions.
Okay.
So Newcastle, it's clearly not the priority it was, and it's all about also a big thing here is trying to bring people to Saudi Arabia. As regards to the size of the club, though. The chat about getting into the Champions League never goes away. I just can't see that happening. Look, who knows with the way politics goes. The current UEFA leadership are against it and they also realise that you give away something valuable because obviously there's so much money in Saudi Arabia. If you also allow them the prestige of your competition, it kind of takes away an advantage of staying in Europe. Yeah. So UEFA's against, but of course the potential solution there is. Another FIFA event, which is the Club World Cup. If that allows, because obviously the plan there is to make it as big as the Champions League. If that's a kind of a different avenue for them to go in, although it still feels some way off.
I did extensive, and if I do say so myself, really good coverage of one Club World Cup, and I'm fine. That was enough. I've done the Club World Cup now. That was great. I stayed up. I watched all those matches. I talked about Al Nassr versus Real Madrid. Yeah. I talked about Chelsea getting dunked on by teams from Brazil. It's great. Lovely novelty factor. I will be going to bed in 4 years' time when that comes back.
Is it every 4 years? Is it the Club World Cup?
Yes. Chelsea have to wear that patch for 4 years.
Yeah. The plan has been, though, I think they want to bring it every 2 eventually, but that's been... UEFA kind of.
I could see that.
Yeah. I would say, and this is just me pitching to FIFA for how they should do it, right? You can't put the Saudi teams in the Champions League because you're right. They do not currently have the prestige with which to be that, and that's sort of you can't do that. What you can do though is, I think the Europa League and the Conference League, they lack a bit of chaos factor sometimes now. The fact you don't have the teams dropping down all of a sudden, I think it gets a bit stale. I think you put them in there, and if they win that, they then qualify for the Champions League, as is currently the rules.
That would cause havoc, I'd say.
Why? Well, I want to see Nottingham Forest go play Al Ittihad. I want to see that. I want Al Ettifaq versus Qarabag on TNT Sports.
Yeah,
I've never seen that before.
Are you going to go to Qarabag actually?
I'm thinking about it.
It would be, good to chalk off the list, isn't it?
How many? There's not many opportunities you get to go to Azerbaijan for a competitive game of football.
Yeah.
You have got one question in the chat.
Yay!
From James Mowbray, friend of the channel.
Oh, James Mowbray, friend of the channel.
He's asking, should Newcastle re-sign Alain Saint-Maximin on a free as some cover because he's just terminated his contract with Club America?
I did see that. That's obviously awful what's happened.
That's horrible,
That's actually very... I'm not going to make light of that situation. That is horrible. I would, but crucially, I'm not the director of football of a serious Premier League club. I would re-sign Alain Saint-Maximin for the same way I'd be like, just stick the Saudi clubs in UEFA competitions.
Right.
I think that might be funny.
Yeah, okay.
But the ad hoc approach to football, to running football.
Yeah.
Would that be how you'd be?
Base every single decision on his future anecdotal worth. And I think how old is Saint-Maximin going to be now? 32, 33? Maybe even younger than that, actually.
He's still popular at Newcastle, he is, isn't he?
Oh, we loved him. Yeah. He was in an era of that team where nothing good ever happened. He was doing stepovers and megging people, and sometimes, some weeks that was all you got. So he's beloved.
You won't believe he's 28 years old.
I was going to say 28.
28 years old. Was there something in him trying to, or the Haitian FA were trying to convert him to being from Haiti for the World Cup? to get him to play there.
I did not hear that, but I would be all over
I'm fairly
that.
certain there's something in that. Let me check it to make sure I'm not completely waffling.
The speed with which I would get a Haitian football top off some shan drop shipping website with St. Maximan's head on the back.
Yeah, so he was
Your
linked
head would
because his
spin.
father's got Haitian roots and apparently the Haitian FA, but apparently he distanced himself from it because he wasn't involved with any of the pre-build-up and he felt like it would be a bit kind of coming in once they got to the
Wow,
World
so
Cup.
that is so petty because obviously Newcastle got rid of St. Maximan so they could afford Harvey Barnes, who was considering joining the Scotland side despite not being involved in any of the qualifying. So St. Maximan, in a final revenge to the player who replaced him, is saying he's above doing.
He's taking the
anything
moral
now.
high ground.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. You wouldn't catch me just turning up for the World Cup, unlike some people I could mention.
Got one question, not really a question, more of a statement, I guess. Probably best for you to answer.
As a serious journalist, you'd be used to that, though.
Yeah.
wouldn't you?
Very much so, yeah.
In saying that Man City can continually get away with spending £100 million plus every January and get away with it, would you have a rebuttal to that, or would you agree?
You love Man. You think they're great.
Like one of the great institutions of English football. Obviously, I have written a lot about their ownership, and when their fans abuse me on social media, I would always point out the ownership is never the club. That's a key point to make. Look, I mean, on that, it's not about getting away with it, I suppose. Like the numbers make sense given the revenue they've got, and you saw last week in the Deloitte Football Money League what the game is now really about. I suppose where it's more controversial is, and people in football feel agitated about this. As these are direct words of one executive who said to me, basically, it's like with the City case, the quote unquote 115, even though it's now 129/130 charges, City do insist on their innocence.
Some of those were those Oasis kits they released, though, weren't they? Yeah.
But given that they're spending so much while that is going on, and January was over a year since the hearing was actually concluded. As someone, like an executive said to me, it's like kind of almost having your face rubbed in it, basically. That the spend, and this isn't to say like they shouldn't be allowed to spend while this is ongoing. It's more the amount of time it's taking to solve this, or to get not solve it, but to come to some sort of resolution. Given the whatever the outcome is, it could manifestly change the look of English football. But yeah, big themes there.
I've just spotted a comment that I'm so glad somebody said this, because this is just the internet through and through.
Go on.
On the Man City spend, why is this never covered? Please, Miguel Delaney, currently in shot with your book States of Play. The definitive work on the football ownership and the problems with it. Can you tell us why nobody's ever talking about this?
But the other one we get on the other side is, and from City fans, you're bringing up all the time, we must have a big game this weekend.
But it's never covered.
Yeah, well, it's never exactly, yeah. Schrodinger's football story. Yeah.
I did see another one in there. This is a good one. Let me get the wording in this right. What is the most fun or interesting story you've ever covered?
Wow.
Let's pretend we're on the after dinner circuit now.
So
Come on.
weirdly, the way that one works is one of them, in the aftermath of the Super League, right, when there was all sorts of...
Can I say, what a week on Twitter that was.
Yeah.
What a week on Twitter that was.
Week
That
on Twitter.
was, I mean, there were points over that day where I thought we were going to have some sort of breakdown.
I was sat there like, do I fancy Gary Neville? Like, what's going on here?
But it was 72 hours. And then you remember in the middle of it, there was Mourinho, who just, Spurs got rid of him. That just suddenly just a footnote to the
Was
day.
that the same?
Yeah.
Was that just before the Carabao Cup final when they?
No, it was the 6 days beforehand.
Yeah, that was it.
That was the morning of just when the Super League was starting to waver. It was Sunday evening, because I remember I was at
I'm a million years old.
I was at Leicester Southampton, and I don't think I even it was at Wembley. It was a cup semi, and I don't think I even covered the game because it was all Super League. Then the Monday morning, Mourinho was gone. But I remember about 2 weeks after that. I mean, that was something else covering the Super League. And I was at Stamford Bridge, going to Chelsea Brighton when it was still live. There was a massive crowd, massive protest. Of course, this was lockdown, so it was one of the first times in about a year when you'd seen a big group.
Hang on. The Super League stuff all happened during lockdown.
Yeah, April 2021. But I was. It was almost like, it was like a scene from It's a Wonderful Life, where some guy kind of came running through a crowd of people going, they're out, because Chelsea were the first club to announce they pulled out of the project. It was like a goal being celebrated. It was incredible. But 2 weeks after or so,
they're out.
That's so surreal.
It was amazing, genuinely amazing. But About 2 weeks after that, there were all sorts of...
No, that's still me in that. Sorry.
I think that was Peter Cech had, just before Peter Cech had been there, kind of...
He was in there, wasn't he? Yeah.
Was it
Let me
Cech?
through, let me through. Yeah, because he worked for the club at the time, yeah.
Ripping off his sex hat. They're out. My beautiful boys.
Yeah. But about 2 weeks after that, there were politics about like who's going to get punished. And I remember I had this glory, because in football, at this point, people are usually fairly discreet, and if they criticise someone, i.e., what you actually want as a journalist, someone to slag someone else off.
Yeah. By name.
It's all in background. You can never put it in, all this sort of stuff. But because of the politics around the Super League, it was also. I remember I had a day of about 3 hours where I was ringing people from different clubs. But okay, they've said this about this. Oh, they've said that, have they? Well, and that is the most like probably the best experience of a journalist in terms of being able to like. It was almost like tennis, going to people. Well, they've said this now. Anything you comment, and like they couldn't stop themselves commenting. That was great fun.
It's like playground rooms, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like
Did anything ever happen? Was there any punishment whatsoever for that? Did they actually...
fines, weren't there?
The big thing, though, they wanted to make sure that it was the people responsible rather than the clubs, because that was there was the whole like the feeling was that the clubs are being used. Also a theme in just
Stage of Play.
Yeah.
Available now from all good bookshops and the crap ones.
Obviously, I suppose I have to say great games as well.
What was great games?
Like, I mean, that is a good thing. That is a good thing to cover.
The original question and like what was good to cover.
I mean, that is actually the point of the job.
I'll flip that question. What's like the worst interview? What's like the one interview you've come away from and been like, that was, I don't ever want that going out. I used to do a lot of music journalism. I can give you 5 or 6 examples of these where I was like, I'm finished. I should not be doing this for a job.
Weirdly, this is a little bit unfair because he ended up becoming a brilliant interviewee. But when Azpilicueta first went to Chelsea, so he's from the same area of Spain as my mum,
right.
And I put her in. I thought this would be great fodder. So he's Osasuna, we're Osasuna. So this was around November 2012, maybe a little bit later actually. I sat down with him. They insisted on the interview being in English. The club did, I think so. Basically, they can listen to you and all this sort of thing. Whereas, like, obviously, I could have done it in Spanish, and it was the most media-trained interview I've ever. Like, I remember afterwards, the editor asked me, "So, okay, give us a breakdown," and I went through, and he, did he say anything at all? And it was one of those where, like, one of those when you're basically fighting to write a piece, and it becomes more a profile rather than an interview. But that is unfair because within about 2-3 years, Azpilicueta was like Chelsea captain and it was very outspoken. So I think some of that is, it's just the kind of the situation they're in, and like, you know, new language, new country.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a nice story, but what I was hoping you would say is that someone tried to fight you.
I never had that.
No one ever come to blows with you.
No, it's very. They're quite passive aggressive environments more.
Oh, it's just. You need to be ruffling a few more feathers then. Every other journalist I know was like, had someone pulled off them.
Yeah.
Careful. Any chance it's going to happen today?
I don't think so.
Is Jorgen Strand Larsen, has he completed his medical?
I don't know. I'm not doing it.
Literally, while you were telling that story, right, I saw breaking news come up on the Sky Sports screen. I was like, oh, here we go. Make sure you get this. Tottenham Hotspur, Andy Robertson.
Think maybe Dwight
Unlikely.
McNeil.
Oh, Dwight McNeil, Everton have put a...
It looks like that's happening.
That looks like it's happening.
To Palace.
I think, I'm going to ask for
Ooh.
what he does.
Wow, that'd be a fun little signing. I tell you what, if they sign Strand Larsen as well, you've got McNeil who puts in like the most crosses per game in the league, and you've got Strand Larsen who heads the ball the most in the league. So they're just going to become the most direct team of all time.
Right.
It's great fun.
Right. Right. So Dwight McNeil's going to play right wing back at Palace?
Maybe.
Because he ain't going to play on the wing.
Play left wing back, right wing back.
Going to play Dwight McNeil at wing back?
Yeah, why not? Could do that.
That would be weird.
You could do right wing back because Munoz gets forward, doesn't he? You probably couldn't do left wing back because of Mitchell because he's quite defensive. I reckon you could do
Dwight
right wing back.
McNeil's going to get there and be like, "Oh, so pleased to be the new starting winger at Crystal Palace." Oliver Glass is going to walk up to him and say, "Who are you?" Is that the thing that the owner's doing that just to get back at him? You bought your player, you'll not use him, but you bought him. You can't say we didn't try.
What's the Benitez quote about exactly that? I wanted a table and they bought me a lampshade.
I've never heard that quote, but I'm using it quite regularly.
When Rafa Benitez of Valencia, I wanted a table and they got me a lampshade. The classic.
So Dwight McNeil's a lampshade.
Look,
Should we do a quiz?
Well, no. What quiz do you want to do?
Well, I really enjoy it. We did when we were testing this out. We discovered that there's like a darts football thing where you've got to get down to 500.
Football 501.
Football
Yeah.
501. Have you heard of this?
No.
Right. Do you want to do football 501?
Okay, go on.
Okay,
yeah.
let's
So
get
the
to
rules
football
are,
501.
I'll get
I'll
these
get it
wrong.
up and I'll get you two doing it.
There's a category, name some players.
Yeah.
And it's by appearances or goals or some kind of numerical criteria, and you've got to get an answer that is as near to 180 as you can.
So it's a bit like pointless, but not pointless, sort of.
It's like darts.
Oh, of course.
So
Yeah,
you can't go over 180. That's too many. And you've got to get down
not
to
doing trim
within
down.
10.
What was the Irish one? I suppose that's up my street.
Oh, we did that one earlier. It
Okay.
was English and Irish Sunderland players, wasn't it? We did earlier, and that was
Exactly.
difficult. What do we want to go on? So we got combined goals and assists, or do we want to do
Obviously,
appearances?
everyone Niall Quinn. Surely everyone knows Niall Quinn.
Yeah, I had Niall
Miguel,
Quinn.
you're
seen
doing a
anything.
quiz that isn't currently happening here.
Okay.
But we
Well,
did guess Niall Quinn.
Okay,
my-
what nationality do we want to do? Appearances in the Premier League.
Let's do UK and Ireland. UK and Ireland.
All right. UK and
Right,
Ireland.
can we get a shout? Actually, in the chat, what's the roguest team we could do this for? That would be.
Yeah. Do we want English?
Go Premier League of the 90s. QPR.
I think you've asked for an impossible thing. There.
Well, it's all time.
I think it's all time. I think
All
it's
time.
yeah. So it's
Okay.
Can we get? Come on, someone give us.
yeah.
Someone give us a shout for a team.
Give us a team or
What are the other options for combined goals?
so
and
you
assists?
can do appearances, goals, and assists.
oh.
Appearances minus goals could be fun.
Awful. That no, I'm not working that out in my head.
Appearances minus
Huh?
Hull City, Brentford.
Hull City
Hull
and
City. I
Brentford.
couldn't do any of them.
DC United.
Oh, go on. Give us a haul. Give us a haul. Let's see how we.
Should we do
Yeah,
Hull?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, right. This is going to be a
Alright,
disaster.
so we're just doing appearances then. 'cause it's Hull.
Appearances for Hull.
Yeah. All right.
I must say, Hull's 2014, because I have to do the quiz for my newsletter every
Ireland,
Friday. And Hull's 2014 FA Cup final, an FA Cup final I attended, it's full of, without disrespecting the players on it, it is a lot of kind of quiz, question, answer players.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Well, now they are. And
Now they
literally
really are. So Miguel, you're up
Right,
first.
so just to reiterate,
Yeah.
we're trying to get down from 501 to between 0 and minus. You can go 10
Okay.
over. But if you go over, obviously, if you go over 180, there's no score.
And you
Okay.
can't do any of the bum numbers in darts, like the 179 through, I
Yeah.
think it's 172.
Right.
Which you sometimes get caught out with.
Here
so,
we go.
Hull City, you got to be from UK and Ireland, appearances in the Premier League.
If, by the way,
Who's your first guess?
just before we start,
Yeah.
if I win,
Yeah.
I get a book deal. If you win, you've got to present the channel for a week.
Okay, right. That sounds fair. Yeah, could be, yeah. Will the listeners be happy
Three
with this?
people at the back of the room
what?
currently waving their arms really frantically at me. I don't know what that's about. Sorry.
I'll go Alex Bruce.
Oh,
Bruce.
Premier League, mind. Premier League.
He's off the board with
49.
42.
Can I have Ahmed El Mohammedi, please?
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
Wait,
I
who
don't
am
think
No,
he's
hang
from
on,
the UK
he-
or Ireland,
yeah,
mate.
yeah.
But
I did this when we were testing this out before the
this
stream.
man.
I kept saying, "Oh my God, why can't I get the geography bit in my head?
My
Why did you let me do that?
Because
That's
I
the
enjoyed
first
it.
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
That was the first
My
one.
Ahmed Al Mohammedi law.
It shouldn't
is-
be his responsibility to make you follow the rules.
It really shouldn't be.
Yeah, fine,
He-
fine.
In that
fine.
2014 FA Cup final,
Fine.
when James Chester scored from an Ahmed El Mohammedi free kick, he moved the free kick 10 yards forward. I've never
Oh, yeah,
forgiven
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
So there you go. Not that anyone asked. That is my Ahmed El
Right, go on, you
Mohammedi.
go.
Paul McShane.
McShane's a good
Shane's
shout.
a
McShane's
lovely
good
shout. You could cheat and look in the chat if you get really slow.
Good.
74.
Can I have James Chester then? Since
Yeah.
you've-
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Since you should have helped me out on the last round.
Yes. Ahmed El Mohammedi.
Oh, I thought it'd be more than that.
47.
I was going to say Giovanni, but obviously that would be.
No.
Someone said that was
What kind of-
that was Kusanov's debut level. That from Adam. That
Thanks.
was-
Thanks. Yeah, he bounced back, didn't he? He was all right in the
Yeah,
end.
he's done
So,
all right. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Miguel, you're up.
Nick Barmby.
Nick Barmby, what a shout Nick Barmby is.
We are chipping away at this.
Can I have Liam Rossini?
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought he was
that's a
senior.
good shout.
Oh, wait, no, he's French. Oh,
It's Liam Rosenoir, actually.
Liam Rosenoir. 42.
42 points.
God.
This is actually like playing real darts. Isn't it?
pain
This
for
is-
us.
Yeah.
any answers, obviously, stick them in the chat. as
Curtis Davis.
well. Curtis Davis, lovely
Curtis
shout.
Davis is a
Yeah, that's
great
good.
shout.
Oh. He's down as being Lebanese.
Oh,
What?
that.
Davis is so
Yeah, that is. I've actually interviewed him about that on the
Have you?
Independent. Yeah.
Okay, good.
So
Ah,
There we go.
you see.
There we go. That is.
Can I have Andy Robertson?
Yeah, like that.
I'm already struggling here.
Same here. I'm actually.
I think we should have done 301, I fear.
507, right, great, okay.
57, yeah.
Doing all right.
I think of the 08,
Right.
09 Hull. Go back a bit further.
James Mowbray's got a couple of suggestions in the chat if you do want to cheat and have a little look to your
No.
left.
We're not... Miguel, stop cheating.
Sorry, no, you're allowed. You're allowed.
Robert Snodgrass.
Oh,
Didn't
It's
see that.
I'm
immoral,
getting
but it's
stitched up
worked.
here.
You can't see
Oh,
that.
21, all right,
21,
fine.
you're fine.
Okay, right, Snoddy. Delap was obviously there, wasn't in the Premier League. Who else was part of
Was
that?
Rory Delap there? Right? Oh no, he wasn't. He was at Stoke.
Who's that? Who? Oh, Bullard. Jimmy
Yeah,
Bullard.
that's
Jimmy Bullard. I'm
that's
trying to
good
think of that.
answer. Yeah.
What do you
The Phil
call
Brown, team
point
dog on the pitch
yeah.
at the Etihad. Yeah.
Oh, who else is in that team?
it?
Does that say
15.
15?
15.
You sound like that in between us meme now. 16.
I can't believe that.
Oh, they had loads of United players. Did that? United regularly had a big thing where they'd send players on loan. Fraser Campbell.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a
that's a
really
good
good
idea.
shout. That's a really good shout.
I don't know how we spelling Fraser.
Fraser Campbell.
Yeah, he came up top there. The F4 is dead.
Not Fraser like Kelsey Grammer
Oh,
Fraser.
there he is.
Oh, he might be a foreign player, is he?
No. Oh, did he? Oh.
Were they in the Prem when he moved
There's
there?
an English flag next to that.
Yeah.
No, Fraser Campbell was definitely there.
Yeah. Have we spotted an error?
Was
We-
was Tom Huddleston at Hull?
He was, yeah.
He was.
That's a good one.
He had,
Tom
he had a
Huddleston.
pile driver.
He had this must be worth a couple of points.
Oh,
there we
that's
go.
nice.
Right,
fair
we're
play.
cooking
Played
now.
for United's
We're
under
cooking.
23s. A
Yeah,
year ago,
yeah,
didn't
one
he?
of those weird.
Yeah, that's a weird time.
Yeah. What was the first one you said?
Did I say? Oh, Alex Bruce.
Okay, right.
So
okay.
I'm sure he was.
I think I've just.
He was in a
had-
5-man defence.
I've had a brainwave, but I can't remember. I don't know if this is a real person's name, but anyway, not my go. Not my go.
I'm going completely blank now. I'm going completely blank on English-Irish Hull
You
players.
picked Hull. You
I know.
said
Well,
let's
look.
do Hull. Here we are, halfway through.
We're down to 323.
342.
I
think we're gonna-
You get to watch me think.
We're gonna
for a
have
few
to. We're gonna have to be allowed to use the chat now.
Yeah, I think so.
minutes.
Yeah, chat should have been like phone a friend, shouldn't
Yeah,
it? We should have had that as a
yeah.
token. That should have, yeah.
There must be some more Irish players. that I've literally. The striker, Callum Best. Did he play for Hull?
Callum Best.
Wasn't he on Love Island?
Either Callum Best or Caleb Folan.
Caleb Folan's. Callum
Caleb
Best was
Folan.
Love Island.
The other. Caleb
Him?
Folan, get in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's French.
Nah,
No,
that's
that's
Ireland. It's just a dodgy
Actually, what am I
display.
saying? I've seen him play for Ireland.
23.
23.
We're down to 300.
Was the goalkeeper called Ian Ashby?
I thought you were going to go with the obvious goalkeeper.
Oh, that's not how I would have spelt it. I don't know if that's right.
31.
31. The obvious goalkeeper.
Yeah. There's one goalkeeper I'm thinking of who
Played for Hull in his own
played
days.
in that 2014 FA Cup final. And Cazorla scored the free kick over him. And
Oh yeah. Again, this is one thing I find.
that's how long he played for them, though. Like,
Football from when I was like up until the age I was 18, I can remember everything, and stuff I've actually covered, including World Cup finals I've attended. Like basic details. You kind
Yeah.
you know what happened there.
We're so far off it as well.
Jake Livermore.
Oh, did you get that out of chat?
I had a look. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
loads
that's
of
fair, that's
Liverpool's
fair,
in the
that's
chat.
92. That's
Oh
a good
my
answer.
God.
Right.
Oh, wow.
We're about to break 200.
Who's the goalkeeper? The really obvious goalkeeper.
You should get him.
Why
You
should I
should
get
get him.
it?
He's Scottish.
Oh, Alan McGregor.
Yes.
Alan McGregor.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
Alan McGregor
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
FA Cup final?
And my spelling. Hang
God.
on. Right, I'm going to need a few goes. He was getting his name there.
Just go for McGregor. No, it's MC. I'm sure.
There
Alan
he
McGregor.
is.
There you are.
Right, I don't know how long he played for.
Come
them,
on.
though.
God.
Hey, it's all right. You want
All
to
right,
finish?
we're getting
You want to
everyone-
finish?
I want to finish. I'm just going to get Hull City's all-time Premier
Yeah,
League appearance maker.
Yeah.
right?
It's Leon Best, obviously. Did he play for them?
Leon Best.
Yeah.
Leon Best played for Newcastle. No. Leon Best is mint. That's how it works. We've had Tom Huddleston. You said Jake Livermore. I can't have Ben Arthur because he's not UK
He was,
or
he
Irish.
was in the Phil Brown team when they sailed in the last day of the season. That was
The Phil Brown. Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm trying to think of that. That's where I got Jimmy Bullard from when he was sitting them all down on the pitch.
yeah. All I can remember is actually Paul McShane from that.
Paul McShane, Jimmy Bullard, Alano. Was Alano in it?
Well, he's
Not English or Irish.
Yeah,
is he?
I'm just trying to get the juices flowing. Alano, who was up front?
We are
Callum
rapidly
Best,
losing
apparently.
viewers.
Oh, we actually.
The people love this.
This is the gripping content on
Oh,
transfer deadline
God.
day.
Come on,
they came
chat.
for.
The chat must have some answers for
no
this.
new signings. We're sat around naming Hull's 2014 squad.
Hull was such a
I'm trying to remember 0809.
Hull was such
this
a
has descended into 4 a.m. pub chat
right.
very quickly.
I'm using my phone a friend, David Mailer.
Oh, how did I not get him?
That's
I
really
actually
good.
interviewed him as well about it.
Hang on, need to get my mouse back. There we go.
David Mailer.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on, that's got to be a few, innit?
Did Killer
To
play?
me.
Oh
Come
my
on.
God.
One more of those and you're good, though.
And one more David. I'll pull
Just find another
pull
David
another
Mailer.
David Mailer
Yeah,
out my
yeah,
arse, will I?
Was Killer at Hull? No, I don't think he was, but go on, throw it in. Kevin Kilban.
Oh, Kevin Kilban.
I don't think he was.
Kevin Kilban.
Yeah, 37?
Yeah, he played midfield, yeah.
Oh, you just
That
one over a
kind of
finish.
came out of the, the abyss of my mind.
Pull that out of nowhere.
I don't know. I do not know.
Well,
Man United players going there. There was a few,
There
wasn't
was
there?
a lot, yeah, because Fergie and he basically.
Oh,
Have we said Tom Cleverley?
What the Irish striker?
I don't think we have.
Scratch, you gonna have
Yeah.
Tom Cleverley?
You can have him. Is he right? No, he's not.
No, he's
Has
wrong.
the chat stitched you up?
He went to Watford.
Is he in the chat?
Should someone put in the chat, Tom Cleverley?
Wasn't there another Cleverley at Hull?
I don't know.
I'm almost certain there was.
Oh, there's one really good shout on there.
Oh, confirmed transfer's just gone through.
Nope.
Brace yourselves. It'll not be on your phone. Tommaso Fumagali's gone from Como to Reggiana. I like Como. I've got updates on my
Oh,
phone. about
okay.
it.
That's
Good,
good.
good,
That's
good,
yeah.
Yeah, good.
That's a strong
Como
intermission.
did
God,
the new
we've got 2
celebrity
hours.
hunt.
The new celebrity haunt.
Yeah.
Oh, there's loads of good ones in the
There's a
chat
really
now,
good
actually.
shout, and one
There's
of them,
loads of good ones in the chat.
One
I'm
of them is
them.
actually on Sky Sports currently, which helps. Katie, that's a fantastic
Can I
shout.
like Dawson? Yeah. I mean, I'm giving myself that one in the justification. At some point, I would have turned around
You're
and
on a
looked at the
finish.
screen. Michael Dawson.
You're on a finish. Farlouche from 171.
50.
Right, I'm
Straight
gonna.
answer.
Right, am I go for?
Who in the chat has got a good answer for
Stephen
you?
Fletcher, Dean Windass? No, he didn't play the Premier League, did he? He couldn't have. He couldn't have. Oh, Stephen Fletcher.
There is an hour until the deadline closes, by the way. Just
Oh
in case
well,
you
it's
wanted
all
that.
going to start ramping up. There's the. Can I have Stephen Fletcher, please? I'm
Yeah.
going to say I'm allowed him because he played for Hibs.
Luke went to Atletico Madrid. That has been. He's been
That's been
linked
done
to.
for what? Oh no, you're having a mare here, mate.
Wow.
No, Stephen Fletcher.
That sounds like the sort of deal that should have happened.
I
Yeah.
can picture Stephen Fletcher in a Hull kit. Very
That's
Yeah,
a real.
yeah.
That's a real Stockholm syndrome, isn't it? Is that what it is? No. What's the effect?
No, it's not
Mandela
Banner
effect.
Mandela effect,
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
Stockholm syndrome.
What's about to be known as the still.
when he's
I can
some of the
imagine
kidnapper
Stephen
who end
Fletcher
up loving
kidnapping
them.
me, but treating me so well that I actually side with him. Yeah.
Robbie Brady then.
Oh,
Yeah,
Robbie
yeah.
Brady. I think this is it for me. I think my goose is cooked. Robbie Brady feels like.
43, you
Ooh.
are very,
They're
very
only-
even here.
Judging by this, were they only ever in the Premier League for like 2 or 3 seasons?
Yeah.
They must have been.
Yeah,
Yeah, because the highest answer has been like in the 90s, isn't it?
And some of those are who you would consider Hull stalwarts.
Yeah, you really would.
Yeah.
Yeah, statues outside the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chat is saying Roy Carroll. Roy Carroll did.
I think he was there when they were in the EFL.
What Boaz Myhill?
Boaz Myhill, that's a
wow.
fantastic
Have we had Boaz
shout.
Myhill?
We've not. I think more West Brom Boaz Myhill, but I think you're
But he was
completely
there,
right.
wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, come
Right,
on!
go on. This is
Wow.
horrible.
Oh,
This is the biggest war of attrition I've ever seen.
I need a
on Football
one. I need a
501.
one player long Hull, one season Hull City
This
player.
is shocking.
Come on. Come on, you need to pull something out of the bag here. We go.
I know.
Normally people average in like the hundreds for this.
Yeah,
This
but
has been
we
this
picked
has been a-
Hull City.
This has been a 45 average down the pub darts game.
We
This
picked
is
Hull
shocking.
City.
I'm almost certain this is wrong, but maybe not. Stephen Hunt.
Oh, Stephen Hunt.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, well,
Wait a minute.
I used to ghostwrite Stephen Hunt's column.
Wait a
so
minute.
I mean,
Was
if
it ever about Hull?
Not really.
Right.
Oh, I thought that was going to be wrong, and I was going to say Noel Hunt, but Noel Hunt was Reading. I don't know. I'm going to go with the chat.
I think Stephen Hunt was also ready.
See, they really like Hull really liked Irish players who also played for Wolves. That like, there's so many of them.
Exactly. Irish players also played for Hull. Oh my God! I need to think of somebody who played for Hull for one season only.
Yeah. Not even doesn't even have to start.
And I can't have Ahmed El Mohamedi.
No, you can't.
This is ridiculous. Can't have Ben Arthur. He was there for a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Andy Dawson. Is that a real player?
It sounds made up.
I think,
but it's called you. No, it's right. But he's played 60 times. So that would have been okay for you because you can get to -10.
Oh, that would have won
so
you
if
the
Miguel had
game.
answered that, it would have won him the game. We'd have been put out of this misery.
this classic content.
Absolute misery, yeah.
I'm gone now.
There's an absolutely unbelievable one we've missed in the chat if you want it. You will have to decode it.
It's not.
That's absolutely...
He didn't play in the Premier, did he? Surely not. I think he was there in the EFL. He must have been.
Well, he was there the same time Andy Robertson was.
What about
Gary Doherty? Was he there?
Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it.
Hey, we'll take it.
He's missed the tap in.
All right, you're taking Gary Doherty. 0.
Can I have Harry Maguire, please?
Yes, you may, good sir.
I'll have Harry Maguire.
Would it be more than 26 though? Probably not.
That's winning the game!
Well done.
Well in, wow.
Harry,
that was a struggle.
Harry Maguire.
Okay, QPR now.
Judging by the impact on the audience, we're never doing that again.
I think we lost about 150 viewers during that.
Al, have you got the stats there?
What for?
Yeah. What happened when we were doing that?
You lost about 30.
Oh, that's all right.
That's not too bad.
That's all right.
Okay, I thought it was
How
more
many
than
did we
that.
have at the start? 40.
People that don't like joy in their lives.
People don't like joy in their lives.
Oh, brilliant. People don't like joy. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll bring that back at the end of the stream when we've got no transfers.
Yeah, we'll circle back.
What we should probably do now is some actual insight, as that is the USP of the channel.
Yep.
As we've just had the fun with the quiz, would you like to do Jorgen Strand Larsen?
Oh, I thought you were going to go Jeremy Jacquet.
We can do that, but I feel overstimulated by having done this quiz, and I would like. I would actually like to sit and decompress.
Your
for a couple
brain
minutes,
is
if that's all
cooked.
right.
Yeah, I could do a bit of Jorgen Strand Larsen if you like. Let me get him up first of all.
Oh, Coventry.
You feel some dead air for a second while I.
Yeah, any Miguel, any updates? What's the phone
Let's
saying?
have a look. The phone is.
Hey Miguel, do you have like your job to do, or can you start?
Can you hang around?
This is our job.
Yeah, this is what we're going to be
About
doing for the foreseeable.
10 minutes more, then a better. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, come on.
Oh, actually,
What's the goss?
McNeil Palace. Yeah, it's looking like it's happening, but
Interesting. I just think that's. I just would not. I know you can say you can probably play him at wing back, right?
Yeah.
But he's not going to unseat Munoz.
No.
He's not as good attacking as Munoz is. He's not defensive in any sort of real way compared to Tyreek Mitchell.
Did you ever play there for Burnley, or am I making that up? No, because they play 4-4-2. So there's no way we would have played wing. There's no way Sean Dyche had wing backs.
Twice? I've had a crazy idea for you. Do you know fullbacks? Which is not going to happen, unfortunately. There's no such thing as a good Sean Dyche impression. You've just got to hurt your voice.
No, that's the best one I've heard. And I've not actually heard it.
I've got a headache now.
Do you reckon he gets a headache after talking, or is it just you?
No, I reckon.
I think it's probably just you.
No.
Would you like to hear about Jorgen Strand Larsen?
I'd love to hear about Jorgen Strand Larsen.
I think so. There's if it goes through. This is all assuming this transfer goes through. I think he'll fit Palace's system pretty well, because all I've really seen about him in terms of a fan's view is that it's a lot of money. It's £45 million, and he's scored one Premier League goal. That's a lot of money for a person who scored one Premier League goal. But the way he played for Wolves last season, I think, is what you got to look at more than this season. It's the same with Mateta, because I don't think you can take either of their current seasons' body of work as gospel, because they both look pretty checked out and they've been nowhere near the peak of their powers. And Jorgen Strand Larsen last season had himself 14 Premier League goals when joining, which is a good return. It's the same as Mateta, in fact. And they play with that 3-4-3 system, and they're two kind of players in behind the striker for Palace are real goal threats. And I think the way that Jorgen Strand Larsen is going to play for them is going to really open those players up. So I've got for you here a clip, and this is actually from this season. It's going to be the only one from this season because he's not really done anything else. This is against Everton, and they're in fairly settled possession. I actually think they're a back four in this, which probably doesn't illustrate my point brilliantly.
Is he in shot here?
No. So at the minute he is not in shot. But they've got the ball in settled possession at the back, and you'll just notice him crop up here. And he crops up in this pocket really regularly, and we're going to see that in the next few examples. But he's surrounded by Everton players.
Oh, good space.
And he drops in, and he
there's
picks up that space
wing-back Dwight
brilliantly.
McNeil.
There's wing-back Dwight
McNeil.
McNeil, completely abandoning all responsibility,
Yeah.
his future teammate. And he gets on the ball, and he turns brilliantly, and he plays through a ball to Matheus Mane, the 18-year-old who's been playing really well for them, and they score. Right? And I think that's a really nice kind of point to illustrate the way that he drops in. And I think if you put two of Palace's attackers, like a Brennan Johnson, for instance, or an Ismaila Sarr in those positions, when he drops in, you go Sarr and you go Johnson, filling up that space. I think they're going to really make use of it. Again, there's another example. This is from last season because it's Leicester. And this is a good example because they are actually playing that 3-4-3. And they're settled at the back with that back three. They play it long, and once again, Jorgen Strand Larsen isn't in shot. But he will be in shot. Again, picks up the exact same position that he did in the Everton game. And obviously, they're not as far up the pitch, so there's no real immediate goal threat. But what he does next, I think, is really interesting. So he picks up the ball and he gets past those two and he plays this wide ball out to Matheus Cunha. And this point of Wolves losing their two biggest creative outlets is one of the big reasons why I think Jorgen Strand Larsen has scored one Premier League goal. They've lost Cunha and they've lost Ait-Nouri, who both played out the left-hand side, and they both assisted him loads last season. And they've not really replaced them, and that's been shown by the results as well. So the ball went out to Matheus Cunha, and you can see him pointing into the exact space he wants it. And again, the ball comes through from Matheus Cunha. It's a fantastic ball, and that's what I mean about the quality of the ball being played into him. It's just not good enough from the current Wolves players. But someone like a Matheus Cunha, or someone like, I don't know, a Brennan Johnson or a Sarr or a Jeremy Pino has that in their locker to play that ball. So I think he exploits that space really well. And again, he gets a really good goal out of it. And this one is a similar example. He's in a similar position to where he was on that attacking line. They're in settled possession and he comes deep to receive it. But this time they ignore him. But again, he's in the exact same space. And they ignore him this time and they go wide. But he doesn't give up on that kind of phase of play. And he drifts that back spot, that back post. And he's 6'4", so he's always an aerial threat. The cross goes in and he flicks it to the back post over Aaron Ramsdale. And that's a goal. So I think what I'm trying to say with Jorgen Strand Larsen is he will fit the way they play really well. I think with those two inside forwards behind him, being able to drop deep, but he's also what a modern striker is. The way we spoke about modern strikers earlier, right, is they're all big and they all know how to pin a defender. But a lot of them are quite technically limited. I actually think Jorgen Strand Larsen isn't technically limited. I think he's got really strong hold-up play. So I think he probably brings more to the game than someone like a Gyökeres or maybe even a Sesko. So yeah, for me, I think he'll work really well in Palace's system. I think he's a really good Mateta replacement. He's probably not got quite the pace. He's not quite as clinical. But yeah, I think the way he plays for Wolves this season isn't the way you should look at him playing for Palace. And yeah, that's why I think he's a good signing.
Yeah, I mean, a lot gets made of that system now that Amorim's basically brought it into the Premier League and made it the one thing everyone's had to talk about every single week for the last 2 years.
Isn't it a bit... Did you find from yesterday, though, one thing I couldn't help thinking was watching the United game, the players are clearly enjoying, particularly Bruno Fernandes, are enjoying playing in the positions they've played in for most of their career.
Well, so I put this on Twitter. Do you not think maybe Bruno Fernandes is an attacking midfielder?
He might.
Maybe he's better used sort of around the box, being creative instead of picking the ball up from centre back.
But just the obstinacy of like the whole Amorim experiment now. And I remember I was talking to someone from United about exactly this, and they said like when they were kind of obviously talking about how the fallout of it all and what next. Saying like it got to the game after Wolves, and they're kind of suddenly the hierarchy were looking at each other going, what exactly are we doing here? Yep. Like suddenly, like you know, the penny drops almost. Okay, there's a tactical experiment that you want to try and encourage, but like, how long do you give it? And now suddenly, you're like, I mean, because that is a good squad. There's so many good players.
I think we've said it in pretty much every single video we've done this season on Man United. It's like, there's so many factors. It's so nuanced to talk about why a team plays well, a player doesn't play well. Why a player is brilliant one week, bad the next. Great for one club, bad at another. Yeah. It's so nuanced. But every time you came away from doing a Man United video, you felt almost like, I used to feel like I was shortchanging the audience to an extent, because like you cannot get away from the big thing here being, you're just not profiling these players correctly. And it actually isn't complicated. Like putting them in a system they're more comfortable with, that's less sort of elaborate, less, drilled into them by one manager who believes it in spite of anything else. Like, I'm not saying that makes them Premier League challengers. I'm not saying that makes them worth the value of their squad. But I am saying, overnight, that would make them a more organised, complete, effective, like, attacking and defensive prospect. And lo and behold, it's not a takeaway from what Michael Carrick's done. Like, again, it's more nuanced than that. You've got to come in, you've got to get people to buy into it. He could have come into a squad that had just given up, and none of it would have worked anyway. This is all the other stuff that does go into it. But what he's done tactically, it's been smart.
Yeah,
it's not been brilliant. He's not revolutionised this team. Playing Dorgu further up, nobody was necessarily expecting that. That's paid off quite well. But by and large, it's just, all right, well, I've got one of the best attacking midfielders in the world, so we'll play with a 10. And we've got these sort of wide players who are very pacey and good at attacking the box, but we don't use them all the time. So we'll go with Mbermo up this side. We can use Mateus Cunha as well. Kobbie Mainoo's in this squad, where he's unbelievable in a deep position, resisting the press, moving you up the pitch, getting involved in all the thirds, right? And then Casemiro can only defend small spaces, so okay, we'll make sure the spaces are small. And it's just, what Carrick has done is what literally anybody could have done. Which again is not to take away from it. Not anybody could make that work, but like the ideas are just so straightforward and so glaring that it made every single awful Man United performance just that much more baffling, because it was like, you can change this next week and it won't happen.
This is possibly a reference that is might age me, but did you ever play Sensible World of Soccer?
Yes.
Well, yeah. It's age
yes,
too.
I used to make my mum get it for me from Blockbuster Video all the time. And funny story, until I was about 20, I used to think it was called Impossible World of Soccer because the local Blockbuster Videos near me used to put the price sticker over the top left corner, which used to just block out the first couple of letters. So I used to think it said possible word, so I thought it was Impossible World of Soccer.
But do you remember, now I must say I always prefer the actual Sensible Soccer on the Mega Drive. A better game, better playability. But this obviously the managerial aspect. And remember, like, if you put a player in his correct position, he would give you a green tick. And if you put them in a better position for him, you give them a double green tick. And so that you try and get this team to that level. That, like, I know that sounds so simplistic, but that is sort of like what's happened at Man United a little bit. That suddenly, like, well, you had this kind of vague assembly of players in a system that doesn't work. Now we're going to put them all in their correct positions, and here's a lot of green ticks. And suddenly, but you can see even someone like Cunha, they actually look kind of, like psychology is so important to this. They look psychologically refreshed from just kind of being able to play the game that they're suited to playing. And there's a multiplying effect.
Do you think, I mean, you're privy to more of this than we are. Obviously, the talk at this time was Michael Carrick has this job until the end of the season, end of conversation. But then obviously, conceivably, you win every single game between now and the end of the season. Another manager wouldn't even necessarily want to come in and replace you in that circumstance, because you're already you're starting from behind then.
So I did this in my newsletter a bit today, and I think it is worthy of a much bigger chat, because there's a few things going on there. I mean, they do want to take a measured approach and think about this properly. And I suppose one of the reasons of kind of changing now, having someone like Carrick, it gives them the space to do that. And I would say that is, in terms of like a medium-term future of Man United, that is probably essential. But, like, obviously they're conscious as well of the Solskjaer thing, where he's sort of like, whatever Solskjaer did in the job, it was still a bit inexplicable to just give him it in March 2019. But if you compare now to Solskjaer's time, that was at a point where there felt like there were more, not just big name managers, but more actual proven managers. Like, this is suddenly the situation a lot of clubs are in, especially as we talk about like the football structures of clubs changing, where it's head coaches now. So the big thing United realised that I think did affect Amorim was the weight of the club got to him. And hence, like, where Glasner was considered the big favourite at the start of January, that's shifted to Tuchel a bit now. A lot of people are talking about Tuchel stepping in there. But I do wonder if Carrick continues on this form, gets him into the Champions League, he's got a good staff around him, and they do come to this more measured assessment. If suddenly there's a lot more logic behind, especially in a kind of a chain where like Chelsea have Rosenior, it's mostly young coaches who are not necessarily the most, like, there aren't that many managers in the Premier League now, or even the kind of Champions League with that like massive a career, especially with someone like Ancelotti gone. And if Pep Guardiola does leave at the end of the summer as well, suddenly, you know, there's not that many actual Premier League winners among Premier League coaches. I think that just suddenly changes the dynamic a bit.
This is another unsubstantiated take, because that's all I've got. But it does sort of feel like what's happening at Brentford this year, that I think a lot of clubs are going to be looking at, because they sort of they had such an unbelievable structure in place. Everything was sort of singing off the same hymn sheet. Everybody, even on staffing levels, was brought in to fit what they were doing. And they've gone and lost their manager. And a lot of people had Brentford as like in real trouble this season. And they've been brilliant. They've been absolutely brilliant. And I think it's sort of making people realise, especially when you look at like Frank struggling to make as much of an impact at Tottenham as people expected him to, that like, oh, okay, it wasn't the manager that was having this success with this club, it was the structure that was having success with this club.
But I think the key there actually is the structure multiplies the manager. The manager is still important.
Well, that's what I mean. You bring in somebody who fits that, doesn't want to reinvent the wheel, doesn't have all these ideas of how the organisation should run. Someone who fits in as just part of a piece of this much better well-run sort of structure, then that's really beneficial to you. And I think that's what Chelsea are probably trying to do with Rosenior. Like, we want the club to be run as an organisation, not as like...
Now, the one thing I would say on that, I mean, there's two things. First, on Frank, like on the other side, even people around Spurs who don't necessarily think Frank is the right choice, they would point to exactly what you've said there, where he's come from a perfect structure at Brentford to just like at the total opposite at Spurs. So it's really unfair to judge him. But there is another element, and even Spurs aren't, I suppose, the most prominent example of this. I'm probably going to have to get destroyed by Spurs fans for this, but here we go.
They've got bigger problems.
Essentially, while that is correct, and Man United and Chelsea and all these clubs should have they should have an elite structure, you can't really compare a coach fitting into a United or Brentford in the same way, because like if you even look at Frank at Brentford, he could go like 3 months without winning a game, or Potter at Brighton, and there's not the same kind of swirl of interest, and it is the scrutiny at that level that does start to kind of suddenly cause managers to second guess themselves. They don't have the space basically to be allowed to fail for a while, and that's where you get into kind of these bigger issues about replacing these people, like where it does come down to personality and weight of the job and kind of whether you can handle it. It's
sort of a double-edged sword, really, because the kind of characters that would thrive in that situation aren't the kind of characters who are going to come in and be a cog in a wheel, are they? I
had exactly that chat earlier today with an executive who's been in this situation, and they were talking, because we were talking about same conversation earlier about regulations. I'm sure people love that. And more acronyms, but they were saying like it is the kind of contradiction in all this, because you want your head coach. Ultimately, what the sport is about, you want your head coach to be a winner, but a winner doesn't necessarily want to hear all sorts of stuff. Well, we can't make this deal because we might bust through PSO. We'll have to and he did say that the regulations right now are forcing a lot of clubs to make non-football decisions. So players are moved on for finance decisions rather than football decisions or whatever. Necessarily, or players are brought in for those reasons. And if you're a top coach, basically you don't want to hear this. You want to hang on. This is what I need to make this team the best. Let's do it.
Lads, there's less than an hour left on transfer deadline day, and we're talking about infrastructure. This used to be the funnest day of the year, didn't it? I used to go to the pub for transfer deadline day when you only finished like 11 or 12. It used to be absolute carnage. There was drinking games about this.
I used to take school off. I used to take school days off. Not normally January, but actually no, it would have been January. School's on in summer. I took school days off.
The Arshavin one,
Wow.
Oh, the Arshavin one. I thought he was going to be unbelievable. I was so sold on him.
Half a year,
Right, well, Miguel, should we let you get back to work, and I'll go. We've got the Subbuteo pitch for all the heads, for all the real heads. That
I'd like to stay for this, but
feel free. Right.
Thank you for having me.
Get my crotch. Can we get to a wide shot, please?
Do I just walk off stage now? Is that?
I think so. Yeah, like. It's all very freeform.
It's a rotating door of people coming in and out. I
don't really need to be here for this, but I need to put my notes somewhere. So here we go. Right, before we go, Miguel, do you actually know how you say Jeremy Jacquet?
I would have said a Jacquet.
Jacquet, are we saying?
Well, because remember there was Aimé Jacquet, former French manager.
Right.
So I would assume that's the same.
Well, in that case, I will lose the jacket, won't I?
Hey,
that's how
good.
we're saying it.
That's what you're coming for.
Do you think his mates call him Kenny?
No, but I'm going to be calling him Philippe Fleece.
Okay.
Christopher Coat or something along those lines.
Am I standing here? Okay.
sort of lurking. Cheers, Miguel. Much appreciated, mate.
Go on, round of applause in the chat, please.
Enjoy the rest of your deadline day.
Right. Do I want my stand? No, we're not really. We haven't got any like clever overlays or anything like that. But can we? Does the pitch work? Can we see the pitch on screen? Does that work? Does that work? Hey, yeah, it works. It's just like a regular video. Right. Okay. So, Jeremy Jacquet. This is the only real big transfer we've had of the window, isn't it? And it's not even happening in this window. The biggest thing that's happened is that Liverpool have bought a £60 million, bright, young, exciting defensive prospect, and you ain't going to see him in a shirt until June, despite the fact that they've got 1.5 fit centre-backs. Gomez is out now. I forget the name of the Italian lad they bought.
Leone,
he's out. Canarte's been hobbling around. So they could have done with getting him in now. However, they haven't. So let's not worry about that too much. Now, Jacquet, and I don't want to get carried away here, is considered to be probably the most exciting defensive prospect in Europe. He's considered probably to have the highest ceiling of any young defender. Now, I don't mean there are no better defenders in the young category who are not as good as that. Obviously, they're slightly further down. We do not know. He's still so early in his career that we do not know how good he's going to be. But the ceiling he appears to have in terms of his physical ability, his technical ability, his mental attributes, he is the most sought-after defender in Europe, I would say, right now. He was in... Now, every year you get asked about the Scouted Top 50. Scouted is this brilliant Europe-wide talent identification website. I was very honoured to get asked to contribute a top 10, and I did not have him in. I had Josh Ashenbog in, because I just thought he's going to get more minutes this year. He'll have a better year. We'll see. Anyway, why is he so highly prized? Why is he so highly sought after? Well, I'm going to show you with the pitch. We cut to the pitch for a second, right? As you know, there are two types of centre-backs. Which is obviously not true. There are a million, but they broadly break down into two categories. A dog and a cat. I have talked about dog and cat centre-back pairings so many times over the years, and what you want is one dog and one cat, because that is what gives you synergy. That's what works well together. And I'm just going to illustrate what that looks like in real life, okay? A dog goes to the ball. They hound the centre forwards. They get in there, they put challenges in, they put pressure on the ball, they try and win first headers. They are proactive in how they defend. Cats, on the other hand, take a little bit of a backseat. They will take another yard. They will assess the situation. They will allow their partner to go and win the ball, to challenge in the air, to challenge on the ground, and then see what happens. Maybe they need to cover a cross. Maybe they need to cover the space, that sort of thing. They are big brain defenders, whereas dog defenders are big, I don't know, what's the other thing you think with? I'll not be saying that on stream, put it that way. So dog and cats. Best example I can think of, Terry and Carvalho. John Terry, a dog. Ricardo Carvalho, a cat. The current best combination, Saliba and Gabriel. Saliba, a dog. Gabriel, a cat. Would you concur with that?
I would concur.
See you smirking over there in the corner, Archie. Now, why is Jacquet so... I've got to stop saying Jacquet. He said Kenny Jacquet on the way out, and all I can think about is Kenny Jacquet. Why is Jacquet so highly prized? Well, he is currently an unbelievable proactive defender. Can we get up the clip?
We can get
the
clip.
So what he does currently is he goes and he attacks the ball. He loves to do that. I don't really need to be here anymore. Come sit down so we haven't got to flick between.
Would you
5 or
like
6 different
ball
shots.
winning, interceptions, or passing?
I'd like ball winning, please. I labelled these appropriately. Can we see that? Can we see the screen? We've left that. There we go.
Let me just get off of that atrocious game of Football 501 quickly.
It wasn't that bad. Right. So what you're going to see here, we've highlighted him, is just how aggressive he is when he goes to win the ball, right? I've highlighted him so you'll not be lost. Every single time, goes, wins the ball. Goes, wins the ball. He's not giving space, he's not trying to defend space. He gets in, he tries to intercept the ball before it gets to the player, and if not, he goes and challenges them directly. He is absolutely unbelievable at doing this. His timing is brilliant. He very rarely gives away fouls in the process. That's his thing. He's a real proactive front foot defender. And what you may have noticed from watching that is how gracefully he glides across the pitch. Just run it again. We'll run it in the background. His athleticism is absolutely unbelievable. He covers... There's a clip I didn't put in here, right? But some guy looks like he gets ahead of him, and he's literally doing... You know where you can see the arms and the legs blurring. He's doing that. Jacquet does not even look like he is sprinting, and within 5 or 6 paces, he's ahead of him. It's a staggering clip in terms of watching somebody's physicality. So he's really aggressive when he goes and gets the ball. He does not wait, he does not step off, he does not back off. He goes and actively waits for his moment, and then bang, wins the ball. He lets the rest of the defence sit off. Now, that's great. You need those defenders, right?
You do.
Can you go to passing right quick? What he also does... Oh, wait, no, sorry, not passing, interceptions.
Nope,
that's the one. That's the one. I forgot the word of that. What he also does is he reads the game absolutely superbly, right? So as well as proactively going and getting the ball, I think he's got like he's in the top 90-95 percentile for interceptions, right? He reads space and he reads situations as aggressively as he physically goes and wins the ball. Like, he won't just wait for it to get to a player and attack it. He goes and cuts it out at source. So it's that whole proactive thing of recognising the danger, going and getting the ball as quickly as you can, being the one member of that defence that will not give forwards a single second on the ball, will not even allow the ball to get to a lot of forwards. And he is so good at doing this, especially for his age, that he is just... Did I send you over the mad set of stats because we couldn't get the FBref ones? There was some. It's about it's sort of like is how quickly he gets to maximum lung capacity.
Oh no, it is.
His PSV 99 stat or something like that. He's explosive in every single action he does. He is so strong and he is so big and he is so good on the ball. But can you get the two heat maps out for me?
Can indeed. Which one would you like first?
Last season.
Yes.
So. Last season he was playing on the right-hand side of a back three, as you will see here.
You will see in
a
very quick moment.
This is live television, ladies and gentlemen. Anything could go wrong. So he's playing on the right-hand side of a back three, which I think if you're bringing a centre-back into a back three situation is the best place to put them. I'm just going to put this on the floor because it's annoying me. We got it?
We are getting there.
It's just going to look exactly like a right-sided centre-back for you. Oh, he's playing on the right-hand side of a back three. The reason you put young centre-backs there is because it tends to mean that your job is not necessarily being up against the biggest centre-back, the biggest centre-forward on the pitch. So you'll see here, that is the job of a right-handed centre-back, right?
Yeah.
Predominantly on one side of the pitch, doesn't venture into the middle too much, but one thing to note before we actually show you the fun reveal bit is look how high up the pitch that heat map goes. This is from, and he only had half the season there because he was on loan at
Clermont
Foot in Ligue 2, and they hauled him back off loan, put him in the first team. He's very aggressive in how far he goes up the pitch. We'll show you more of that in a second. But just can we cut now to this season's heat map? Oh.
It's not the most smooth.
That's quite different, isn't it? So not only is he now not playing as a right-sided centre-back, he's playing as a centre-back, and also when they change the system, playing on both sides of that central. It's very rare now you get central defenders who are one game here and there, fair enough, but this is his heat map from the entire season. It's not quite weighted down the middle, I would say, but that's pretty close. That looks very much like a centre-back, but again, see how aggressive he is, how far up the pitch he's playing when he's doing all of this. Can you show me the other graph I've managed to find?
Yep.
This I would say, if you could explain a player in a graph, this explains Jeremy Jacquet in a graph, right? This is unlike... We should come up with a better system.
Yeah, we really should.
Those are all of his defensive actions this season. So it's not passes, it's not random stuff like that. Those are all of his defensive actions. You're going from left to right, obviously why there's so many headers and clearances in his own box. But look how high up that pitch he will go to win that ball back. He's got interceptions in the final third. He's got, there's quite a few fouls there. I hadn't realised some of those are fouls. He's got tackles high up the pitch. He's got everything high up the pitch. He will go into the opposition half to win the ball back because, say for the millionth time, what is he? He is a proactive central defender, right? But you get a lot of those. They do exist. Why is he considered so valuable? Go to the passing. The reason everybody's so hot on him at the minute is because as well as being one of these like dog-style centre-backs who'll go and get the ball, who'll put in all the challenges for you, he is also very, very difficult to put any pressure on whatsoever. He is very good on the ball in terms of his passing. He's very secure in possession. You'll see it here. We'll clip to this. He can dribble with the ball. He's very strong. He holds off challenges. He's robust. He can pick a pass. I will say none of the passes we're going to show you here, by the way, right? I would not say any of them are going to stand out as like, what a brilliant, amazing pass. But if you watch them slowly, we'll probably do a proper video on it. If you go and watch them slowly, right, it's the vision required in these passes that makes them. Like, there's a couple of them here. Can we get them on the big screen? There we go, right. Securing the possession, dribbles with the ball really well, but it's just to spot all of these passes. Like under pressure here, can he pick the right ball? Yes, he gets it into the centre forward. This one, getting closed down, lovely flat low ball into that wide area to put players in. He has got good vision. He's got great temperament. He's very composed. He reads the game so well. Now, again, this is a young defender. I could show you equally as many things of him doing stuff wrong. He had a nightmare against PSG a couple of weeks ago. He got 2 yellow cards. They got beat 5-0. He was absolutely dreadful. But the very next game, forget who it was against, but when he came back after suspension, he got man of the match and they kept a clean sheet. Like, the raw ingredients he's got are unlike more or less any other defender of his age across Europe right now. There's a couple of stats where people are slightly concerned. His aerial duels are really bad. That's partly as a combination of, like, he gets played as a wide centre-back, and when you are out there, you're not really challenging in the box that much. You might be up against a winger, you might be up against a wide number 10 or something like that. So the aerial situation, he's not going up for a lot of headers. And depending on which competition you look at, I was reading a few little scouting reports of him. One said that he's got a brilliant 75% aerial duel win rate, which is true. Mm-hmm. And another said he's got a terrible, really bad 30% aerial win rate, which is true. So depending on which games you're looking at and which criteria you're measuring it by, work to be done there. He's got a mistake in him. Still, his eagerness to go and get the ball can sometimes get him caught out. He can overshoot. There's one clip we had in there of him going to get the ball where he has to go back completely the opposite direction. Got the physicality and athleticism to do that. He can make excellent recovery runs, but he is a little bit over eager, which is why, I mean, if Liverpool, I think, need the defensive coverage. I think it'd really benefit from having that right now. But is he ready-made to drop into the Premier League immediately and not be getting exposed for the raw elements of his game? I don't think so. When he was linked with Chelsea, I was really surprised by that. Do you know what I meant to do?
Go on.
I meant to get the old FB ref graphic of Premier League squad age averages. Because the issue I've got with him going to Chelsea is obviously Chelsea are not short of players. They are not short of centre-backs. What they are short of is experienced centre-backs. Yeah. And I don't think they've got the environment to allow him to develop as well as he could. Like I say, when we did the Scouted top 50, I put Josh Ashenpong in my top 10. And he's getting minutes, he's getting games, but he's certainly not developing the way you sort of hoped he would. And I think that's just a lack of really good experience in the defensive areas. They're expecting their young players. Like, think of the expectation on Levi Colwill's shoulders to return to this team. He's, still 9 years old? Like,
at most.
Like, he's still a kid. He should be in more of an environment that's allowing him to learn this on the job, rather than, as Miguel was saying with the managers, not being in a situation where he feels like he can't fail. We've got breaking news. What's this? We've put the subtitles over there. Someone loan at Marseille. Brighton.
Oh, they've recalled Matt O'Reilly from Marseille.
Breaking news.
That is not exactly breaking, is it?
Breaking news. A loan that happened in the summer is no longer happening.
Yep. Gee.
I will say, this is not going worse than the 6-hour transfer deadline day live stream I did.
It's not going worse.
Where nothing happened.
These things are happening.
We had a guest for this one.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
a quiz. We didn't have either of those things on the last one. It was absolutely diabolical.
That's a weird one, Matt O'Reilly. He's rubbish.
Jeremy Jacquet, if you want to put him in alongside Van Dijk and Konate, even just in training, you know what I mean? Having that environment to develop and to grow, that is an unbelievable bit of business. He can play on the left-hand side of defence, he can play on the right-hand side of defence, he can play in a back three, he can play in a back four. He is ambipedal. Ambipedal? Guys, anyone know the word for both-footed? Guys? Ambipedal?
Does ambidextrous not also apply to feet?
Ambidextrous?
Yeah.
No, because
it's both limbed, isn't it? I thought it was broadly for limbs.
Guys, chat. Anybody know what this word is that I should have learned? Guys, he's very, very good on both feet. He's not. I wouldn't say he's both-footed to as much as you would need to be for that term. But
what is his dominant foot?
Right, he's dominant foot is right-footed.
Bilingual. There you go.
Bilingual. That's it.
Got it.
That's he's Well, he's gonna have to be, isn't he?
Yeah,
everyone is, except everybody who's English. Right, yes. Jeremy Jacquet, he is, I would say, potentially, if he is developed right and put in the right environment, 60 million for him in a few years, I think will look like an absolute snip. The only problem is, if you look at someone like Mark Gay, the amount of his development he'd already done before he went to Manchester City, he was about as close to a sure thing as you can possibly get. Jeremy Jacquet has a ceiling so incredibly high for a centre-back. It's not an exaggeration to say that he is considered by some people to potentially be the best centre-back in Europe in a couple of years' time. To get him there, at that age, there's no guarantees. You have to develop. Environment. You put him in the right system, and put him in the right structure, you put him in the right environment, he's going to do really, really, really well. That's on Liverpool now, though. Can you give him that environment? I think I'd be super excited about this if I was a Liverpool fan. And I do understand why they would rather he had 6 more months in an environment they know works for him, in a system they know works for him with familiar teammates before dragging him across. I think it makes sense.
Love it.
I've never had him on Football Manager.
Have you not?
Which is usually what I measure a lot.
He's only really cut a prominence the last couple of years, hasn't he? So
yeah.
that would limit.
Yeah, I've been busy. You're right. I've been busy.
Yeah, you've been. So I guess my only question would be, and I spoke to you about this off air, like what separates him from Lenny Yoro? Because it's a very similar profile, it's a very similar age coming over, and Lenny Yoro's had some really decent games, but he's not really hit the ground running. Is that a system thing? Is that...
I would say the difference between Jacquet and Yoro is that Jacquet will not find what's going to be asked of him physically. So basically, if you come in the Premier League as a young player from another league, you first have to earn the right to play in it. Like, you've got to be able to scrap your time out. You've got to be able to scrap out your space. You've got to be able to, like, make sure that players who are not as good as you cannot disrupt your game too much before you can actually earn the right to play, as I like to say. Yoro, I think, is, in terms of his ability, technically, reading of the game, everything. It's all there. It's always been there. And he's really quick as well. But I think he's struggled, not all the time, but in certain games, he's struggled to have a comfortable afternoon, to impose himself on the game more than the game imposes on him. What looks to be the difference, and again, we simply won't know this until they put him in the Premier League, but if you watch the way Jacquet plays, that example I gave before of, like, he doesn't look like he's sprinting, and he gets from behind this player to in front of him in the space of about 10 yards. He finds the physical side of the game so easy. So easy. Even bear in mind he's at an age now where you're still expecting him to broaden out. He hasn't done that bit yet, and he dominates this league physically, unlike you get most defenders do in France. I think he will find it easier to learn in the Premier League. He will find mistakes more of his own making than the things that are forced on him. Yeah. And that sort of, again, like I say, it's going to come down to how he's developed. Loads of variables still to go, but he should have an easier time of learning how to play in the Premier League, I think, than Yoro did. And don't get me wrong, I rate Yoro. I think Yoro's a really, really good player, but he's still... I'll put it this way, the amount of development Jacquet can do in his first 6 months in the Premier League, I think will be more than Yoro was able to do in a year. Simply because he'll find himself more comfortable with the lack of time, the lack of space, the pressure he's put under. He'll be able to feel his way into it a lot easier, I would say. But they're both they've been. You get a lot of comparisons between the two because the profile is not dissimilar.
Yeah. Interesting. And he doesn't come over till the summer, so like you say, he's got that time to develop.
He's got 6 months to still play football with his mates, with a manager who knows how to use him really well in a system he's comfortable with, and you cannot overstate how important that is. Even up until the age of about 23, 24, 25. Like, you are better served being at a worse club that you are good at than you are getting your big move at this age. So I think that keeping him out there is the smart thing. It wouldn't surprise me at all if Liverpool find that there is a ready-made centre-back on the market in the summer, then putting him out to loan for another year. That would not surprise me in the slightest.
Interesting.
But like I said, I'm always at pains to admit, I'm not currently the director of football of any major European football sides. So my opinion on how to run them should not be taken as gospel.
Not the be-all and end-all. You mentioned FM there, and my mind got racing because obviously Jeremy Jacquet now is going to be.
The second I mentioned FM, I saw your fingers unconsciously start moving towards your laptop.
Yeah. My mind instantly went to it because obviously now there's no more Jeremy Jacquet for FM players. Are you playing FM at the minute or not?
No, I'm not. I already before they brought out 26, which has obviously been a mixed bag. I do. I know some people who love it. I know
Yep.
some people who really don't. I did say to you, I worried I'd burnt myself out doing that Arbroath save on FM24
Yep.
because I got into that so much. I ended up going to Arbroath to write a 3,000-word article about the fact I'd never been to Arbroath before and always played them on Football Manager. So I did get quite deep into that. So
Yeah.
I burnt myself out. So no. If
that's
anyone's
fine.
got me on Instagram knows I've been running instead. And
Yeah, you have. You've
That's,
run like
I
a
was actually
madman.
thinking about this the other night. I was like, why am I doing so many runs now? It was like because the time you're not playing Football Manager is now filled by doing this.
That's
so.
quite a healthy habit. That's a healthy change.
Is it though?
Well, running instead of
Anyway,
Football
sorry.
Manager, I think so.
Why did you ask?
No. I was just intrigued just because you mentioned FM with Jeremy Jacquet, so I just wanted to know if you were doing any FM saves at the minute.
Yourself?
Well, I said to you at the time that I got a refund on FM26.
Oh, yes, you did. Yes.
Yeah, I've unrefunded.
You've unrefunded.
Yeah, I couldn't find an FM24 save that was going to work. I've gone and bought FM26, and I've started with Edinburgh City.
Wow.
Because they start on minus 15 points in Scottish League 2. And it's a struggle. I really dislike FM26. I'm disliking it while playing it, which is making it a bit of a slog.
You couldn't even just let me have the Arbroath thing, could you? You've gone one league lower in Scotland, slightly harder, sort of. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
okay.
I wanted to find someone with a real kind of points docking at the start of the season,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's proving a bit tricky, if I'm honest with you.
What are the mad mega saves you can do this year?
You could do Bordeaux. They've gone down to the fourth
Bordeaux.
tier of France.
Why did you do Bordeaux?
They're just. I think you've got to get an extension on the current league. They've gone down that far. You need an extension on the current French leagues, which is tough. I did ask people in the chat for their best FM saves. James Mowbray took Ayr United to the Champions League.
That's good.
And it took Yonks.
That's good.
It took him 20 seasons.
Ayr
he said.
United.
I'm currently doing a Scouse Bilbao style save on FM24.
A Scouse-style Bilbao save.
Merseyside is a nation, and it's great.
Wait, sorry, hang on. So, do you have to set that up?
I think you just restrain yourself from doing it.
Right, so this is the thing, right? I once had the idea of doing a northeast of England, right? FM save, as Gateshead,
Yeah.
right? And you can only buy players from the region. But the problem is it's really hard, right? Because there's so few. It's not exactly. It's not a part of the country that has got limitless players you can go and buy, right? And I think it was really unfair that the board were holding me by a standard of they think I can just buy everybody.
Yeah.
Where in reality, if the board were like, this is what we want to do, they give me so much rope to hang myself with. And they just weren't doing that on the save.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I've always wondered, has anybody built in something into FM where it's like, you can go do the Bilbao thing for this club and the board know you're doing it?
Yeah, that's the thing. You need because you've got the FM editor. You need to be able to edit board objectives for that.
And that can be an objective.
I'm not sure if you can do that, but that'd be the way you'd need to do it, wouldn't it? But yeah, that sounds horrible.
Any more FM saves?
No, nothing yet. Do drop them in.
I
though.
find it
Please
impossible
do.
to believe that somebody who would sit and watch us do a live stream for coming up 2 hours now does not play Football Manager
you've got
or
a
have
few.
a Football Manager save story in their back pocket. Lads, have any of you not play Football Manager? They keep just shaking their heads and not saying anything. Even though we've mic'd the room up, they keep
whole room is
wordlessly
mic'd.
answering these questions, so it looks like I'm just talking to nobody.
Before, I'd lose my life to it.
Right?
I played it like,
That is a story.
I played it like when I was like 19 and haven't since because I didn't do anything.
Adam Hollis?
Never.
Chaps?
Sorry.
No? God,
No,
no.
right.
Right. Okay.
I won the Europa League.
Someone saying that like you could create a custom database where every Scouts player has Merseyside as a nation.
Wow.
Oh, so they become a national team in this. That's brilliant.
Wow. I would still like to do that with the North East.
Here we go. Right, they're coming through now. I took Cologne to the Champions League. Yep, nice. Havant and Waterlooville to the Prem, but then got bored. FM26 sucks. Yeah, fair enough. I'm currently playing FM22. I'm currently in 2052 with Darlow. I'm assuming that's Darlington. What else? FM24. Torquay won the Champions League, and they started with a points deduction. Oh, after they started with points deduction. Sorry, that's good. I like that.
Taking Darlington to 2 Champions League finals is absolutely mad.
That's 2 Darlington saves in 6 messages.
Oh, is that not the thing you read out?
No, there's two.
My attention span that bad.
We need to meet these people. These people need to meet.
No, these people need to fight. I don't want them
the
to be.
owner of Darlington.
There's only one way to settle this, unfortunately. Wow,
that's
two
incredible.
Darlington. Why with Darlington? Is there a similar sort of? I'm sure they had a situation where they start with like some kind of mad points deduction.
Right.
I think maybe correct. Darlow superfans, correct me if I'm wrong, but is Darlow not one of those challenge saves you can do that everybody really likes?
That sounds about right.
The Quakers in the Champions League final. That's absolutely... Look, as the only person in this room that's been to Darlington, right, let me tell you, that is absolutely incredible.
FM24 took Portsmouth to 6 consecutive Champions League wins. FM26 sacked by them after 5 months. That illustrates how much tougher FM26 is, by the way. People are getting sacked all over the place because he said that he's gone. FM26 I got sacked by them after 5 months. It is so tricky.
I did have a season with it. I just could not. I was terrible.
It's really tricky. The in possession and out possession is fun, and then you see it in practice, and like it kind of changes up quite often. So you'll have a centre back on one side for in possession, a centre back on one side for out of possession, and they'll constantly like cross over.
Oh God, I had it. One of the first. We were getting beat like 3. I just did it. I don't normally do saves as Newcastle. I find that a bit boring. Like it's a Premier League club, and especially now, there's loads of money. Like there's not really much of a challenge to it. But when I did my FM26 save, I was like, there's so much new stuff in this game. Just do yourself a favour and don't have to learn the players as well as learning everything else.
Yeah.
Just do Newcastle. And I was doing the in possession out possession stuff, and I had a couple of wacky ideas I wanted to try. And if you just don't notice you've made a slight mistake somewhere.
Oh, it's bad.
Right? I had both the fullbacks swapping sides by accident, right? And because I had one centre back stepping into midfield, I had the wrong midfielder coming back, so I ended up having like Bruno at centre back with like Dan Burn in centre midfield, and it was just it was a nightmare. I didn't notice I was already 3-0 down, and you just think. You want it to be real and immersive, and if that was real, on the way out the changing room, one of those two would have been like, Gaffer, are you absolutely sure I'm playing centre midfield here?
Yeah, so you're sure you're okay? Yeah. Well, it was in the early days of the beta that I did a pre-season friendly, and my keeper got injured, and while he was off receiving treatment, play carried on. So there's no one in goal.
But
they didn't score or shoot. That was when I kind of lost all faith in anything.
A lot of the tracksuit of players was quite funny. I remember seeing that quite a lot.
Oh, they were good.
Players would come on or off as subs, and the tracksuits wouldn't come on. We shouldn't really be sitting here ragging on Football Manager. They've got...
No. I'm trying to get into it, and I think the gameplay is fantastic, and the mods that are being done to it are great as well. The mods where you can have specific stadiums in. There's loads of mods. They're doing really good.
Do you know what? I've always wanted to do a Como save because I've been to a Como game. Had the hospitality treatment. We got invited when I was at 442. It was brilliant. Probably the best match experience I've ever had going to a game of football. And I've always wanted to do a Como save on Football Manager ever since. But the problem with it is they don't have the stadium by Lake Como on the game, and it's just like it's such an immersion breaking thing because that is so intrinsic to the identity of this club is that you are in that stadium and this gorgeous lake is just right next to it. If you don't have that, you don't have FC Como.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I can't do it.
That's fair.
I can't do it.
There's one really interesting comment. Apparently it's a comment on the BBC site, and it just says, well, on my way home from work, I saw Raheem Sterling on the Piccadilly line. He got off at Osterley, so could be heading to Brentford? If that's what we're working off of for transfer rumours, anonymous comments on a BBC site that Raheem Sterling was on the tube.
To Osterley.
We are so... Yeah, because Osterley's out like Brentford way. It's out where like IMG and all that are. That's really bad.
Look, if Raheem Sterling goes to Brentford and someone did in fact spot him on the tube going to Osterley, to quote Les Dennis, mate, who you'll never have heard of, I'll give you the money myself. Look, lads, we've mic'd the room up, right? If something's funny, don't ticker. Like, give me something. Tee-hee-hee-hee-hee. That's not helping, all right? Tee-hee-hee.
I've got a quiz for you.
Great.
And we're getting to this point.
Great.
And I told you about this quiz earlier. And It's in celebration or in.
Oh, you said you prepared this, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I've prepared a quiz for you.
Look, we've got exactly 7 minutes till the window closes.
Okay, perfect.
How long is the quiz going to take?
It won't take any more than this.
Right, okay.
It might take 5 minutes. But
It's gonna
what's
take-
going to happen in 7 minutes? Like, we've just said Raheem Sterling's on the tube.
Look,
We've got nothing.
Archie, if anything is going to happen, it's going to happen in the next 7 minutes.
That's a fair point. Would you like the quiz now?
Yeah,
Would you like it in 7 minutes time?
Yeah, because I'm just looking at Michael Dawson at the minute. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Didn't answer him. Did you answer him? No one answered him for the whole
No,
one, did they?
Miguel said Michael
Miguel
Dawson
went
because he was
Michael
on screen.
Dawson.
Then I said Andy Dawson because it reminded me that Andy Dawson existed. Also, that's a lie. I saw it in the chat.
Did you? Oh, God. So, Watford have lost another manager.
Oh, no, you did tell me what this quiz was about.
Javi Gracia.
No, I don't want to do it.
Javi Gracia has left Watford. Their tally now stands at 25 managers since 2012.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to give you 5 names.
Yep.
And I want you to let me know if you think this person has managed Watford in that time, or are they a former member of European Parliament?
Aye, you laugh for that, will you? Aye. Right.
So, would you like the first name on this list?
Yes.
Read it out to you.
Yes.
Is this person a manager? Were they a member of European Parliament? Giuseppe Sanino.
Not a Watford manager.
They managed Watford
No!
in 2014 from March until he resigned in August.
Oh, no.
So
People are going to be like, oh, well, what they'll have done is, because Adam's got like a personal brand and a reputation, they'll have set this up as an unplanned thing, and he'll know the answers, so he'll get them all right, and you'll look like a real credible, right? I think I'm on for 0 here, right? And I'll tell you that, which if I get 0, that'll really annoy me, right? For Groundhog reasons that I'll explain afterwards.
Okay.
So next, please.
Second, manager or member of European Parliament.
Yeah.
Paolo Pezzolano.
No, that's not the Watford manager. That's not a Watford manager.
He is a Uruguayan manager sacked after 10 games in charge in October last year.
Is the twist?
October last year.
Is the twist
He was there in
here?
October 2025.
I was busy. Is the twist here? Is the twist here going to be that they were all actually Watford managers, and it's a setup?
They might be.
Right.
You're going to have to
Who's
work
next?
this
Who's
out
next?
for yourself.
Give me the next one.
The next one. Are they a manager or a former member of European Parliament?
Give me the next one.
Antonio Panzeri.
Was a Watford manager.
Member of European Parliament. He was member of European Parliament from 2004 to 2019, arrested and charged with money laundering and corruption.
Next, please.
The next one, Vladimir Ivic.
No, not a Watford manager.
Serbian manager.
No!
Lasted 4 months in 2020.
4 months in 2020. I can't be expected to have gone.
All right, last one.
Right.
Mario Zagari.
Look, I've got an instinct. I know what I think it is, but I'm like, you went 2 managers, then 1 member of Parliament, then there's no way you've only done the 4-1 split. Because if you're going to do a 4-1 split, then the guy would have been all of them were managers. It's got to be a 3-2 split. So I'm going to say he was not a Watford manager.
He was not a Watford manager. He's an Italian socialist who was a member of European Parliament for 10 years in 1979.
I've got all pink. Right. So I've got to hold my hands up here. I owe Puxatawny Phil, the gopher who does Groundhog Day, a massive apology. Massive apology.
Okay.
Right? Because it's Groundhog Day today, and there's actual journalists out there who are no doubt disturbing massively.
Yeah.
They were doing the live stream of Groundhog Day, right? And I've seen the film. I know a bit about it. I don't really know what the gimmick is with the gopher. And they were like, they were explaining. The gopher comes out, right? And if he sees his shadow, or if he doesn't see his shadow, that is him indicating there will either be 6 more weeks of winter or an early spring. I can't remember which way around it was, right? But it's one of the two. If he does look at his shadow, then it's early winter. I could be wrong. Maybe the chat knows. I'm sure someone in the chat said they were watching from.
I think they did. Yeah.
If we haven't lost them during the quiz with Miguel, please do let us know which way around Puxatawny Phil is. Anyway, me being potentially on some sort of spectrum. My first question was, what's the stats on this? To which I was like, what do you mean, what's the stats? And I was like, well, he's making a prediction. He's making a yes or no 50-50 prediction. So what's his stats? And they went and looked it up. And Bucks Tony Phil, right, with a yes or no question, a 50-50 choice, as potentially I might have just had in that Watford quiz, he had a hit rate of 35% over the last decades. And I went ballistic. It's like, that gopher's a fraud. What they should be doing is they should be flipping it. Because basically, if he's only getting 35% of this right, then what you should be doing is, you should be baking the prediction based on what he's not saying. Yeah. Because you've got a 75% chance of that being right. 65% chance of that being right. That's what you're saying, right? And I was like, can you imagine doing a yes or no? Repeated yes or... If you just guessed...
And you've got 35%
If you just guessed,
right.
you get it right 50% of the time. And I've got 20% I got there.
William. That was good, eh? That was
easy.
Good. I don't know where to go from there. We've got 48 seconds left of the transfer window.
Oh.
And all we've named is Watford managers and former members of European Parliament.
Hey, that is still time for Watford to sack a manager.
That very much is.
I'll tell you what, you make me feel bad, right? Without looking, can anyone in this room tell me who the Watford manager is? Aye. Yeah, we're not laughing now, are we? Anyone know who the Watford manager is?
They haven't got one.
Get a name. They have got one?
No, they haven't, have they?
Do we even know if Watford have a manager? No, you see? So, judge not, lest ye be judged. What do you want to do for 9 seconds? 7, 6, 5. Come on, guys. 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Woo!
Oh, this is bleak. Isn't
I
it?
don't know what the first words of Auld Lang Syne are. I don't normally join into like the first way through it. And before go up.
Did McNeil end up going?
Huh? Yeah, should we go through some? We've still got an hour. We still say we do this
Still
later.
got an hour. We've got another 501. I'm sure we'll wheel out at some point.
We'll do a 501 on Watford managers. Yeah. How's that, right? God, take you a while to get the 501 there, wouldn't it?
That really would, yeah.
Yeah. Let's go through some housekeeping. You can see that the shirts are in the background of the shop. They're still available for sale. Yeah, we've still got some of them on Amazon. There'll be a link in the description somewhere. Treat yourself to one of those. Come in all sizes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I can't wait till the weather's actually nice enough for me to start wearing them to the office and in videos.
That'll be good.
That'll be nice to get a little bump in sales.
You could wear them with a little skin. You could wear them with a skin, couldn't you?
What, for work?
You've done that. You did that last week.
Yeah, but...
In your goalkeeper shirt, with your arm pads, walking around the office.
With my arm pads. Do you want me to get my knees out and show you how many bruises and burns I've got on them? No, you don't. So you can buy one of those shirts. You become a member, because we do members live streams. They're back this Friday. Is there anything booked in here for the next 4 days? Anybody know? Can we do the members live stream from here?
There's nothing tomorrow.
Oh, what about...
I don't know the other days. You'd have to ask Joe.
What day is
this? This is one of the many days following the Gregorian calendar.
Well, if this is free on Friday, we may consider doing something. Almost certainly.
I like it more in here for a live stream purpose.
It's less sweaty. It's good.
Much less sweaty. Really I still think I'm sweating the same amount, but it's less obtuse. You
have chosen to wear a quarter zip.
I'm dying.
Jumper.
Absolutely dying.
Remove it.
No, because my mic's attached to it, and I'm not sure of the technicalities.
It'd be a faff, wouldn't it? Right. Yes. Become a member. Become an ACFC member, and you get to join us on the really fun live streams we do every fortnight. We do that kind of go to the analysis bit, and I actually really enjoyed doing that 501 quiz, so I can say they're going to become...
We'll add that in.
We might actually just extend them half an hour so we can do those. They're going to become a staple. I'll tell you that for now. What else do we like plugging?
I don't know, but the whole chat is saying that you should now be Watford manager. Because they can't name who the Watford manager is because there isn't one. I think everyone's realised there's a loophole here. James Mowbray suggesting you call yourself Adamo Clery.
Adamo Clery, the new Watford manager. I'd be bang up for that, actually. I think Watford's a great place for me to start.
Yeah.
What tube line's on?
Is it on the tube?
Where?
Met.
The Met?
Yeah.
Repolitan? Is it? Watford?
I'm from Watford.
Oh, you're from Watford?
Oh, there you go. Your first signing's Adam Hollis?
So just clarify. When I went to the room there and said, can any of you, before you cast the first stone, tell me who the Watford manager is? We had a local. Right, well, I think that makes my performance on the quiz look not as bad as it did before, all right? Clearly, naming Watford managers is quite hard. I'd be
Regardless
up
of-
for it. I'd be
yeah.
up for it.
I don't think you do much worse than a lot of their managers have.
I'll tell you what.
In fairness.
I'll tell you what, because we've all got an hour to kill. If any of you watching this are any good at Photoshop, if you want to knock up not just the Romano image, but a fake Romano tweet of Adam Clery to Watford, here we go.
That'd be very fun.
I'll post that. I'll post that and give you partial credit.
Give us a thumbnail.
Oh.
Give us what?
A thumbnail.
Of what?
I need a photo of you to camera they can use.
Oh yes.
Oh,
it's a
like
shout. Yeah, do
right.
the-
Just do the.
Yeah, that's a
hang on,
really
you
good
have to put me in a suit. You realise? There. There you go. You can work with that.
Well, we do have some news.
No.
Well, some actual news,
No.
which I think's a bit hilarious.
No.
He's actually gone.
All right.
It's not really new news, but he's officially signed.
So just to clarify, the thing we started with at the start of the day, that maybe we hope this happens, has actually somehow become the least interesting thing that's happened to Crystal Palace all day.
Yep.
But coincidentally, still the only thing that's happened in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wait,
Thank you for that, James Mowbray.
Hang on, did
Much appreciated.
Liverpool announce Jacquet?
I don't think it got officially announced, but it's a pre-agreement thing, so they don't have to do it in January. Because they can announce it in March if they like.
So you telling me?
So you've done that whole video,
Are you telling
mate.
me?
You've done that.
When I come in tomorrow to record the only major transfer video we've done pretty much all January, Mark Gay aside,
Yeah.
it's for a transfer that is A, not a transfer, and B, not actually happened. Do you know what? That we got any views this month, I think is testament to
Genuinely
this
impressive.
unbelievable
There are
quality.
still 330 people watching this stream.
Right, good for you guys.
Thank you so
We will
much.
get those numbers right back down when we do the next round of this quiz. Do not worry. It'll only be the hardcores. There'll be no casuals left by that point.
Number 22. Thoughts on that? You've got a bit of anger towards the woke numbers.
Yeah, I hate woke squad numbers.
You actually went through a bit of a list, didn't you, of woke numbers?
Woke squad numbers
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
around me. I think, look, once you're out with the teens, I think anything's fair game at that point. Well, I mean, yeah, okay, it's very much a week for stories like that, I guess, but I think, yeah, 22 for centre forward, fine. It's just, do you want to know what gets me, right? And honestly, if you're watching this in the chat, I would like, when I finish this statement, right, can you give me an old-style Roman Colosseum thumb up or thumb down as to whether this take is valid or not, right? If you are a young, aspiring, usually English, it doesn't really matter, right, but it just tends to be because it's the Premier League, most of them tend to be English. You get your debut, you've got some stupid squad number that was assigned to you because you played in the EFL Cup last year and you have to be registered. You're Corbett 61 or something like that, right? They come in and all of a sudden, they're brilliant. Oh my God, this kid's got it. This kid's got it. Let's get him training with the first team. Let's get him on the pre-season tour. Let's get him rooming with one of the lads from the leadership group. He starts the first game of the next Premier League season, right? Comes out of nowhere. Why on earth was your squad number not scaled down that summer to something in the 20s or 30s?
Yeah.
A first team squad number. You know, you're not a big deal yet, right? But you scale down, right? And then the next season, when you've actually tore it up, you're not just making your debut, you've got 10, 15 goal contributions. You've had a start at centre-back for England. You're a prodigy. Why have you not got a proper... Why don't you change that in the summer as well? Why have we got Rice 41, Foden 40... I know loads of them are sentimental reasons. I get that, right? Yeah. Rice 41, Foden 47, Alexander-Arnold stuck with 66. I used to have a list of these in my head about...
Lewis Miley, 67.
Lewis Miley 67. And what's Lewis Skelly?
49.
49. Like, they always keep coming through and sticking with these absolutely... And it winds me right up. You're a big deal.
Yeah.
You're a proper footballer. Just have a proper football squad number.
I like it.
Counterpoint, no. Thanks for that, Archie. Yeah, really
Happy to help.
Can we just get thumb up? That's a valid take, Adam. These woke squad numbers are killing football.
Yeah.
Thumb down. Get a grip, you crotchety old man. let players have whatever number they want.
I think they're going beyond just the thumbs at the minute. I think they're doing like their own words as well. I know.
It's exhausting.
Squad numbers don't make sense. Are centre backs 5 and 6 or 4 and 5?
What? Whoa, my God. Well, we're not in the pub. I could talk for hours about this in the pub. It depends where you're from. It
Really?
depends where you're from.
What do you mean?
Right, so, oh God, right. So obviously, football, everyone was 1 to 11. And
Yeah.
by the way, if you ever don't know the pub with me, you want me to go on about this, I could talk for hours about this.
God, set off.
There's a thing in London called Pints of Knowledge.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone from Pints of Knowledge is watching this, but I every week I consider applying, because what they do is they host TED Talks in pubs, and you can apply to go on, talk about whatever you want, however niche it is, just so long as you're confident talking about it. And I want to go on and talk about squad numbers in football. I reckon I could talk for an hour about that. Anyway, the short version is, all football was numbers 1 to 11, and originally all football was the 2-3-5 WM, right? Number 1 in goal, 2 and 3 at the back, 4, 5, 6 midfield, right? And have you ever wondered why 7 and 11 are wingers and 9 centre forward, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 9, because it was the middle one in those 5, was the centre forward.
Yeah, that's fair.
7 and 11 were out on the wings, right? As time went on, football developed in different countries, and what they started doing was they started moving particular players around, right? So all of a sudden, you moved a third defender into the back, right? And in England, we moved the number 5. In Europe, they moved the number 4.
Okay.
They both eventually moved the number 6 in there, right? So, sorry, they both eventually moved the number 5 in there. So it's why in Europe, a 6 is still a midfielder's number, because the players they brought into defence, right, were 4 and 5. They brought the 4 and 5 back, so it was 2, 3, 4, 5 were in there, right? But obviously, because the 2 and 3 were already in there was no such thing as fullbacks. They ended up getting pushed further and further out from the centre, so you had the 2 and 3 with the fullbacks. 2 should really be the left back's number. It is, in a lot of countries, 2 and 3 are the other way around, right? In South America, they ended up pulling the 11 all the way back along with the 5, which is why fullbacks in South America are 11 and 5. And 2 is a centre-back's number because they stayed in the middle. I could do, you need a bit of an overlap. I could do this as a video at some point, why numbers are the way they are. But then obviously, like, the wingers, 7 and 11, they ended up getting pulled back, so they became the wingers. 9 stayed up front with 10, 8 ended up getting put in midfield. This can't be the only person who's interested in this. Somebody asks. I was asked the question. I'm sorry, I know that. Look, I'm sorry, I'm the voice of a generation, all right? Nobody thought that was interesting? No? Right. Why is everybody laughing at me? This is horrible.
It's hard to follow.
Oh, do you want me to? It was confusing, not because it was uninteresting and I was coming off like a total nerd.
That was good. It was good. I really wish I didn't ask that.
Well, you did. Depends where in the world you're from. Depends how football evolved.
Hey, you've got a good audience because everyone's interested.
Chat liked it.
Thanks.
Chat liked it. I set a poll as well of you hating woke numbers. Agree or disagree? 60% agree, 40% disagree. So you've not quite got a majority, but
we're going to end up with the dreaded, cursed 48-52 ratio, aren't we? That ruined everything.
Everyone's lives.
It just depends.
No, I did enjoy that.
Depends where in the world you came from, because squad numbers moved around the pitch as football was developing very differently.
That is actually very interesting. I just quite enjoyed laughing at you.
Thank you. Yes, many do. Many do.
What now? Where do we?
Oh well, what we planned to do was have an hour after the window closed, so we could decompress.
Yeah.
We could go through all the transfers that had happened. I could hopefully improv some stuff on the table about, this is where I see him fitting in.
Yep.
Which actually, I'll do that. I'll do that really quickly. Can we just cut to the table really quickly? Actually, obviously these are red. This is quite bad. So did Dwight McNeil go through?
Not really. No, not yet.
Well, let's presume that's an after the window thing, right? As you all know.
Yeah, it's been accepted.
Been accepted. They do know it's closed, yeah? Right, okay, been accepted. Right, well, so this, I got it wrong the first time. This is Crystal Palace. Can we have a shot of the thing? This is Crystal Palace, isn't it? You've got your 3 centre-backs here, 3 centre-backs. That used to be Mark Gay, that used to be Eberici Eze. I forget who it is now, but you've got your 3 centre-backs. You've got Tyreek Mitchell, who plays as the left wing-back because he's very good defensively. He can go backwards that way. He's very good at that. Doesn't not contribute. I always think he gets a bit of a bum deal when people talk about him as an attacker. He does contribute, but basically he gets overshadowed by Munoz on the right-hand side. He's way better going that way, so you do get a bit of balance, seeing they can shuffle around. You know, you get how it works. You saw it fail at Man United. Dwight McNeil is a winger.
He is a winger.
And they don't use him.
They don't.
So that's the end of that. There you go.
So, okay, do you not think he could work in that inside forward area, or do you think he could work as a wing back?
I think he's going to have to. Yeah,
he's not going to get much of a choice.
I'll tell you this: if he's going, he's going to play one of those positions.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
I hope he's gone in with his eyes open. That would be my hope.
And Vosley banging on the door,
like Dwight
wouldn't he?
McNeil.
So.
I'm old enough to remember Dwight McNeil for England when he came through at Burnley.
Oh, he was good when he came through
He was
at
good when
Burnley.
he came at Burnley. If you remember, I may be getting this wrong, but I'm sure it was around about the time Andy Carroll was still considered a part of the England side.
Okay.
And we were like, just put crosses in. Just
Yeah.
put Andy Carroll in the England team and have lads who can cross the ball. And we didn't do that. And that's the end of that.
And no one suffered as a result
No
of
one
it,
suffered
though.
a result.
So I'm trying to find you a full list of the transfers, and I want you to give me a quick, school grade for them. Because I don't know what else we're going to do.
Do you know what's mad? Do you know what's mad? There's
Go on.
entire channels that do 20-minute long videos about this.
Yeah, there are. And we should be one of them. Right, okay. I'm going to go from start the window, and I'm just going to pick the ones that are... this is every deal in the whole of the EFL. Hang about. That's a lot of deals.
If the word Watford comes out of your...
Watford are never getting mentioned again. Okay, we'll go through alphabetically through the teams.
God.
We didn't bring anyone in.
Strap
so
in,
we're just gonna
guys.
leave that. Villa, Tammy Abraham.
Yeah, good. I'm in a WhatsApp group full of it's a Newcastle United massive broad supporters group, and someone's going to clip this and I'm going to regret saying it. It's predominantly dominated by old men who I presume just get ignored on Facebook, so come to this WhatsApp group to just say any old shite, right? And they were talking about how bad Tammy Abraham was, and I was like, but he's not though. But he's actually in terms of ability, at the very, very top end of strikers who are available. I have not really... We should have done a video on Tammy Abraham. I'm not sure why we didn't. I'm not entirely sure how Villa use him.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might just be a case of we actually want to make a real thrust of this season and we're still in Europe, so it might just be he's unbelievable depth to have.
Yep.
And you would imagine... Because he's not... You just wanted a letter rating, didn't you?
Yeah,
B plus.
just one letter.
B plus. Because the thing is, in many ways, he's similar to Watkins, but in a lot of ways, he's not. So you would imagine there's kind of an argument of when he's come in, they'll have sat him down and said, look, there's no guarantees window to window that Watkins is still here,
Yeah.
and especially in the summer. So it might not be a case of, you come in and you play when he's not around. You might actually be the guy next season.
Mm-hmm.
So B plus for me. I'd be pretty up on that if I was a Villa fan.
Fair enough. Douglas Luiz.
Well, the question is, which Douglas Luiz you getting?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because he was shot back. He didn't play at Forest, did he?
No, he fell out of favour then.
Fell out.
Yeah.
The talk at the time, this is really a good one to ask Miguel about, was that he was ass.
Really?
He was obviously injured, but in training he was absolutely dog eggs apparently.
Yeah.
So that's why he wasn't getting the game. So if he just really liked playing for Aston Villa and really didn't like playing for Nottingham Forest, then this is beneficial. I would not feel comfortable speaking about his time at Juventus. I did not see him enough. But look, Villa have got massive midfield injuries.
Yeah, they needed to plug a gap.
There's a bottom line to this. So yeah, again, that's a B.
Yeah.
B potentially. If he plays 5 games, that's not great. But if those are 5 games they desperately need him, then fantastic.
Yeah. I'm going to pick one of the Bournemouth transfers they've bought in.
How many do they have?
Well, they bought in Fraser Forster.
Fraser Forster from Morpeth.
Is he from Morpeth?
From
There you go.
Peth.
I'm not going to ask you to grade Fraser Forster because he's not going to play.
C.
Okay. Rayan. The
that's
lad they
exciting,
bought
isn't
in
it?
from Brazil
Yeah, it's
looks
exciting,
like
that.
basically R9, doesn't he?
Yeah.
No pressure, lad.
I think what will happen is I will get carried away with a 15-minute off-the-bench cameo where he neither scores nor assists but looks unbelievable. I'll put him in my FPL team and we will not see him again for the rest of the season.
So he did that against Wolves and got an assist. He came on, got an assist, absolutely skinned them.
Yes.
So he's in your FPL team.
The reason I'm saying this is because I'm already thinking about doing that, and it would only take one more example for me to do it. Evan Nielsen's injured, isn't he?
No.
No?
No, he's back. He's back now. He was injured for a bit.
Yeah, I think he'll struggle for the kind of minutes you're going to want to really get your pants off and start rubbing your thighs about him. But in terms of, because what was he, 40?
30 mil, but he plays wide.
30 mil, he plays wide. No downside to that.
2-footed, feels like Semenyo light.
am I grading this transfer on what's going to happen this season or over this man's life?
Oh.
Because I think over the term of the contract, that's an A transfer, but this season it'll feel like a C.
He'll have flashes.
C plus B minus.
Yeah, okay. Brighton, moving on to now. They bought in Pascal Gross. They bought him back. That's fun.
Do you know what? I saw loads of people complaining about that, who were like, oh, great, we're sluggish in the midfield and don't move the ball through the thirds quick enough. Great, Pascal Gross, who doesn't do either of those things. But he's been really good in the games he's played, hasn't he?
Yeah, he scored at the weekend.
Yeah, I think that's a really... I like the Brighton policy of, hey, we need to build a squad around loads of young players who are going to increase in value massively and then be sold on. But then let's just pair them with their dads and uncles. I love that as a squad building technique. So yeah, Pascal Gross is another... I'm just going to say B for all these. Pascal Gross is a flat B. B.
Burnley, I completely missed this.
No, Pascal Gross is that weird B he used to have on the back of his shirt.
Oh yeah, they're like the B that is actually an S, but the
Pascal
German
Gross.
B.
Get that in the chat.
Burnley bought in James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, A plus.
Really?
A plus.
Why?
A plus. Because Burnley are not out of it. You know what I mean?
Do you not think?
They're not out of it.
I think they're out of it.
I don't think they're out of it.
Hey, technically, you're right. They're not out of it.
I don't think anything's impossible this season. And I don't think Burnley are out of it. And the way Burnley get back into it is by maximising margins.
Yep.
Right? And we are living in the set-piece era.
Mm-hmm. Can he take him anymore?
What?
Did he take any for West Ham?
Doesn't...
Did he score a free kick?
Right?
That's his job.
You don't stop kicking the ball, though, do you?
I think he's lost the one thing he's good at. I don't think he can even take set pieces anymore.
I'll have a friendly bet with you right now.
Okay, go on.
James Ward-Prowse set piece assist in the next 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that bet.
Wait, no, first James Ward-Prowse more than one set piece assist first 5 games.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that bet because he's not going to do it.
Right, there you go. James Ward-Prowse more than one set piece assist first 5 games.
Okay.
First 5 starts. You gotta give me that.
Okay,
you gotta give me that.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
First 5
sure.
starts.
Move the goalpost. No
Yeah.
biggie. It's fine.
It'll be 10. It'll be 10 when I go up to about that. I love James Ward-Prowse. I really like James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
Okay.
I think him not doing well at West Ham is more a product of whose head's that going on.
Yeah.
Like,
he's a good enough player, but West Ham wasn't the
and also
system for it.
they really jumped between systems. They had a double pivot. He couldn't play as a 10 for them. He wasn't going to play wide. I think he really struggled for system because James Ward-Prowse is a good player at West Ham, but I think West Ham saw buying him as like, yeah, you'll just fit in here.
Yeah.
But you're not the star. You're not Paqueta, you know what I mean? You're not Bowen. Whereas Burnley would be like, oh my God, someone who could do something at this level.
Yeah, like he was at Southampton.
Yeah, I think they'll build around him, and I think yeah.
Okay. It's not out the realms.
A star. A plus.
Chelsea have only recalled people brutally from loans, so we're not going to do them. We're going to do Crystal Palace. Evan Gesond.
I would have said, right up until you gave me the Jorgen Strand Larsen is a big bad boy chat, right? I would have said really high for that. But I think I don't see the game time.
I think he plays in behind the striker.
I think he plays in one of the 10 spots.
I think he plays in one of the 10s.
But here's the thing. Do you think if he plays in one of those 10 spots, that suits what you were describing with Strand Larsen? Because obviously the way he drops implies you want runners, you want other lads who get in the box. But also the way he gets on the end of stuff, that implies service.
Yeah.
Do you think, out of all the options Palace will then have, he's one of the best fits they've got for that?
Probably not. Probably not. I don't think he starts, but I still think he's a decent signing. I still think they probably go with Johnson and Sarr, and then the backups are Pino and Gesond, and I think those two as pairs complement each other quite nicely.
Well, what are you saying then? What are you giving him?
All right. I'll B minus.
See, it's so easy to go to B in it.
C plus.
C plus. C plus.
Because he's been stinking the gaff up for Villa, and they wanted him in the summer when he was better.
Go on then.
He hasn't gotten worse.
Come on. We're only at C.
Okay,
We're only at C, and I want to get another quiz in before we finish.
I just want letters then. Brendan Johnson.
B plus. I like Brendan Johnson.
Jorgen Strand Larsen.
Have
I swayed you or not?
You have. I don't know if anybody else in the room's going to know what this means. Because I realised I let too much weird wrestling terminology sneak into videos, and it's only when I read the comments do I realise, people don't know what ring rust is.
It sounds horrendous.
This is a running joke. Because my flatmate randomly watched one of my. She's not big on football. She randomly watched a video I did, and she texted me saying, "What is ring rust?" And I was like, ring rust when you haven't done something in a while, and you get back into it, and you're a little bit like you're waiting for the neurons to fire again. She was like, "I've literally never heard that." And I was like, "Oh, how have you never heard of it?" It's a bit of wrestling terminology from when you've had an injury and you've not. So I realised I let this. So ring rust is just getting back up to speed, match fit. You've worked me.
Oh.
You've worked me on Strand Larsen.
Ooh.
I'm saying A.
Oh wow, blimey.
You've worked me. I've been worked.
Oh, that's good to hear.
That'll pop about 3 people in the chat. The same 3 people who know what pop means. Anybody? Is any of this landing with anybody in the room? Big pop?
No.
See? No pop. No pop.
A lack of pop.
No, real lack of pop there.
Fulham, Bob.
Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob could really go one of 2 ways, couldn't it?
Really good.
Because he was like unbelievable. The level he was at City, and the level he. I mean, I've got 1 or 2 City. I know 1 or 2 City fans.
Really?
Yeah, I've met both of them, right? And they were like so hot on Oscar Bob coming back into this side this season and what he would add coming back from injury. I think C+, and I don't think you should see C+ for that transfer as a bad result.
Is it C+ with the potential of an A?
Oh my God, yeah,
Is that what we're talking?
It could be an F or an A.
Okay.
But I think he'll look good in bursts.
Yeah.
He'll have a couple of big contributions.
He feels very much like the Smith Rowe signing.
Yeah.
Injury prone, slightly out of favour, but when they came through were electric.
I would agree with that.
I think it's pretty similar.
I would say it's giving Smith Rowe.
It is giving Smith Rowe.
See?
Leeds, they only bought in Buonanotte on loan. We haven't really seen him much.
I don't know. I actually don't know there. D, I haven't said D for anybody yet. Let's give him a D.
Let's give him a D. All right, City, we've obviously got a couple here. Anton Semenyo, first of all.
A+.
Yes,
A+.
Absolute joke. Mark Gahey.
A+.
Yeah,
they're both unbelievable parties, aren't they?
Yeah, that's fair. United didn't bring anyone in. They just recalled a couple of people. You've brought in nobody. Nottingham Forest. There's a couple of really fun ones here, and for very different reasons. Stefan Ortega.
C.
I think A.
You think he'll go? Do you think he'll start?
I think he starts. I think Matt Sells is absolutely washed.
Do you want to? I don't know if people know this about Matt Sells, but when Newcastle were in the Championship, we bought Matt Sells.
Yeah, that's where he used to be a year.
And we were so unimpressed with him. We bullied him off social media and then out of the club in 6 months. That's honestly, it was the most remarkable thing to witness because he looked like he was amazing at certain elements of goalkeeping, but then needed to learn others. And then slowly, one by one, all the stuff he was good at fell away, and he was dreadful. And when he went to Forest, I was like, "There's no way that's the same Matt Sells." In fact,
he then got
seeing him
Golden Glove.
listed in the Belgium squad for the Euros, I was like, they got no other goalkeepers.
Thibaut Courtois, Matt Sells.
I couldn't believe it, but he was brilliant.
Yeah.
All right, if you think he ousts Matt Sells, I'll give him a B.
Because Sells got dropped this season, didn't he? It's only because the bloke they bought in for him was terrible. Yeah, because he's injured.
All right, fine.
So the Brazilian keeper, John Victor,
Right,
and another classic Brazilian name, he got dropped and injured. Well, no, he got injured and he was about to get dropped.
Well, how high did they drop him from? Because that will happen. Pop, see, that's a pop. That's a pop, popped him. There you go. He's corpsed.
Lorenzo Luca, the 6'7" beanpole they're just going to stick up top.
Peter Crouch.
Yeah, Peter Crouch.
Peter Crouch, yeah. For the name alone, I'm going to give him an A.
Peter Crouch
Peter
is
Crouch,
brilliant.
yeah.
Tottenham, Conor Gallagher.
A. I love Conor Gallagher. I love Conor Gallagher. And again, he's another one we would have done a video on, but the timing was we couldn't fit it in. But I absolutely love Conor Gallagher. I was desperate for Newcastle again when he went to Madrid. I would have taken him this summer.
Yep.
He is, for me, possibly the most underrated footballer England have. I'm saying underrated, right? He's underrated in the same way Mason Mount was underrated.
Okay.
In that managers love him. Consecutive club managers and international managers love him. Players love him. Experts love him. Everybody who has like a bit of just something into football, right, beyond just emotional interest, loves him. Fans don't get it.
Yeah.
And I should clarify, that's not me saying that there's a right or wrong way of doing it. Like, there's just sort of like, whatever your stake is in something, you look at it through a particular set of eyes. And I just think the eyes you wind up looking at football through don't see Mount and they don't see Gallagher.
Yeah.
And I love Conor Gallagher. Again, that's not me saying that makes you less smart or less intelligent or blah blah. Like, you know, it's all right. It's all correct. But it just, for some reason,
there's a reason people rate him.
Yeah. If you're just looking at football as a fan, you don't really see Gallagher and you don't really see Mount. Yeah. Or you do see them when you see them as absolutely dog shit. So, you know. But I like him. What's that meme? It's not a good look. Women don't respect it. Kind of makes me look like a bitch. I like him. I like him.
That's Conor Gallagher.
That's Conor Gallagher.
I like him. I don't think he addresses anywhere near the amount of problems Spurs need addressing.
Oh God, no!
I think he's fantastic.
He doesn't fix Spurs.
I think he just gets swallowed up in the black mass of Tottenham's kind of surmounting issues.
Do you want to know what I will say sums up the Conor Gallagher transfer? He has the assist for that Dominic Solanke goal, right? Now that Conor Gallagher did not make that goal happen. You know what I mean? That is not a goal that only comes about because the quality of Conor Gallagher's run or cross. That is the most improbable flick of a ball you will ever see. And I think what you might see is Conor Gallagher does everything right.
Yeah.
And it's only if something stupendous happens later down the line does it actually make a difference.
That goal did come from what he's really good at, though.
Which is winning the ball back.
Which is winning the bloody ball back. So I'm inclined to agree with that.
But still, you can win the ball back in as good areas as many times as you like. You're not going to score that goal
if you cross it at shin height behind him.
The player.
That's rarely going to go in like it did then. West Ham signed 2 strikers, and I think they're the same person.
Oh, the pictures here with the same person.
Yeah, they've got the same tattoos and everything. So I'd like to grade them as one.
John Jackson and Jack Johnson, yeah.
Yeah. Pablo Felipe and Tati Castellanos, yeah.
What's West Ham buying a striker?
So
F.
Yeah.
F.
And Adama Traore.
Purely for that Kuka. What more do they want out of this transfer that they haven't got with him? Like, just getting a hold of Kukurea. Like, I do that with, like, T-shirts at the end of the day. Right, that's how you scale up the strength level. Like,
it was how quickly he left the frame.
He's out of shot.
Yeah,
shot.
Did he get him by the hair? He didn't, did he?
No. We'd be looking at a ban for that now.
Yeah, you would.
I don't even think, this is the thing about it, I don't even think he grabs him. I don't even think he has a hold of him. He just is in enough contact that he can just get him out of the shot. The João Pedro seeing his life flash before his eyes is the best bit, though.
Oh, what? When he shoves him, he's like, yeah, go on then. And when he turns around, absolutely hits himself. Yeah,
Someone was bringing up the other day that if it wasn't for COVID, Adama Traore was like almost certainly going to go for 100 million to either Man City or Barcelona.
Yeah, because he was on that mad that Wolves team got European football, and he was unbelievable.
Oh, he single-handedly won me my FPL league that year. I went early on Adama Traore, and everyone else said it was a bubble that was going to burst, and I stuck with it.
Well, there you go.
Is that it?
That is it for this January window of transfers. We've got half an hour left in our obligation. Yeah.
And I do love being able to see chat as a pejorative because I only ever see it when I'm watching clips of other streamers get cancelled. Chat, could you score the transfer window out of A, B, C, D, E, and F, please? I'm not messing around with pluses and minuses. I can't be dealing with that. That gives us like 15 different options. Just give us a letter. A, B, C, D, E, F, U. Can you get a G?
You can get a U.
Can you get
an F?
Can you get a G?
You F down to U.
It's been that long since I did university.
Right, well, I've ended the last poll. I'll start another poll.
Oh, hate woke numbers, 63% agree. Thank you.
What was the poll about? I know you said about 10
woke
seconds
numbers.
ago. No, the one that you wanted to just do now, the grades.
I wasn't going to do a poll, but let's do a poll. Let's do a poll.
Get to interact. Is it grading the whole window?
The whole window.
Grade this.
How much have you enjoyed the transfer window? I don't want to hear my team didn't buy this or my team didn't buy that. Transfer window used to be a communal experience. They used to bring us all together.
Hang on. I don't know how many options I can add here.
No, just do A, B, C, F.
Yeah, I've done A, B, C, U.
No, A, B, C, F, F. F. It's gone now. It's done now.
That is in the masses.
Well, you means F.
It's
right.
out there. Just
come
pretend
on.
That's an F.
We've got 32 minutes. Let's do the last quiz. Unless, I don't know who's watching this. If anybody, it's me talking about wrestling. If any of you jabronis in the office are watching this right now and you think you've got what it takes to come do Football 501 with the limousine riding, jet flying, something, son of a gun, I'll even let you pick the round. Then walk your little self in here. We're on like a 30-second delay. Have I got to wait? sit yourself right there. In fact, if you're within 2 minutes walk of the office and you know where we are,
That's the more concerning fact of this.
If it's not 2 minutes, don't bother coming. We will have left by then.
That's a lot of talk for a man who averaged a 45 score there.
That's a lot.
Miguel did.
That's a lot of talk for a man who won.
Yeah, you did. Do you want to do another one?
And in much in the way that there's no pictures on the scorecard, while that is literally a scorecard, I forgot what I was going to say.
Should we do another Football 501?
Let's do goals. Goals was fun.
Goals. Okay. And from whom?
Yeah, right. Look, chat. You're gonna have to suggest
Yeah,
this.
please help us out,
feels like
yeah.
this feels like a bit of a contribution you can make. You've got the criteria. We'll consider either goals or appearances. Right. We'll only do those two.
Yeah, sure. All right.
Although goals and assists might be fun if the right category.
Yeah.
Appearances, goals, or goals and assists. They're your options. What's the options for the Premier League?
Just different leagues, but I mean, I don't back my ball knowledge of the Championship.
Just do Premier League.
Yeah.
Just do Premier League. Fine.
Cool. All teams.
All teams.
Yeah. And then what nation they're from.
Yeah. So you can do. So yeah. So it's you're either picking players from a specific team or players from a specific country. I would say.
James Mowbray shout of Everton's good.
Everton.
Because Everton have had everyone. Blackburn Rovers.
Blackburn
You're
Rovers.
killing me a bit there, though.
Blackburn Rovers. Yeah, I think I've got the Barclaysman advantage.
Yeah, you're killing me on a generational front. If I'm
Yeah, I
totally
don't think
honest.
you've.
I would struggle.
Look, I love the Blackburn Rovers shout.
Yeah.
If anybody else walks in here, my age, I don't think clearly nobody in the office is watching.
I don't think anyone in the office is watching.
I'll remember this next time I'm asked to retweet something.
To be fair, it is 7:30. They probably have gone to their homes.
Oh yeah, of course it is. This isn't the work
it's
day.
7:30 in the evening.
Oh yeah, we started at 12.
We're the only people in this building.
This is why I'm hungry. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm starving. Oh right, okay.
Right, we've had.
Al, do we have to do pack down? No.
Not tonight.
Really?
Yeah, he's got to come in tomorrow.
Go to a pub.
Should we,
Go to a pub after this.
should we just stream the pub?
I'll get pub tea. Yeah.
I'm back in Everton, me.
Look at European Spurs.
So European nationality played for Spurs.
We can't select European though, can we?
I think you can.
We'd have to do all
Yeah,
nationalities.
you can do Europe. You can do Scandinavia,
do all-
Asia,
oh.
Africa. Then you get into
Oh.
the specifics.
God, we could do an entire second channel of just me and you doing this, couldn't we?
We really could. But so the people that run this will give you a little bit of lore. They're called Generation Football. They run the quiz and they did a channel off the back of it, and it's like done really well.
Right.
So that's all the lore is really. But we'd essentially just be stealing their
Great.
stuff. So that's what we're doing currently.
Pick up, guys. If give us a little. We can
really
work
good
something
at
out. We can work something out. Premier rights. What we're doing? What's the best shout? Blackburn Rovers, European Spurs.
Everton, Blackburn, Spurs.
I think.
I like Everton as a shout.
Let's do
personally.
Everton. Everton's got good. What are we
Everton's
doing?
got good vibes.
Everton goal scorers all time.
Everton goals, yeah.
Wow.
Everton, we sticking with goals.
We sticking with goals.
Everton, are we sticking European or are we widening the net?
Got to do all.
All right.
501. Right. Everton goal scorers
Sorry,
all
Miguel.
time.
You won, so you can start.
Oh, thanks, mate. I appreciate that.
That's all right, mate.
Yeah, thanks. Adam Clery Football Channel.
Right.
That's the first. Like whenever I want something, I say it's ACFC, mate. It's ACFC. It's ACFC.
Yeah.
Whenever I do it, it's Adam Clery
That's the
Football
first time you said that to me, though, so that's good.
It's for a bit. It was for a bit.
Yeah,
it's for a
it was.
bit. I'm not that guy.
2 hours and
He'll
37
tell you I'm not
minutes.
that guy.
Yeah, he's not that guy. So.
Right. Everton goal scorers all time. Please may I have Duncan Ferguson.
You may have Duncan Ferguson. Do you reckon it'll be too many?
180. No.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually, yeah. It's just goals, isn't it, yeah? 60. Give me Romelu Lukaku.
Oh, that's really good.
If I can
He's
type his name
He's
out.
going to kill me on this.
68, it's not.
Give me no, it wouldn't be that many actually. Give me Tim Cahill.
I like that. That's a nice shout. Teamy. Here, fishy.
56. Do we all watch the Darts of Christmas, did we?
Yep. Come
on.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Oh, that's really good.
I think
that's really
he
good.
Scored lots of lovely goals for
57.
It's the exact same
They're
as
not,
your
a lot, not a lot
answers.
of big goal scorers. Can I have? Oh, this is not done about this. I'm trying to go back to the. I'm trying to go to the early Premier League where you can't.
Yeah, you're reaching into depths that I don't know.
There is part of this pool you can't swim in.
There is.
Who was there forever? Can I have? Oh no, that would be can I have Seamus Coleman?
You may have Seamus Coleman, yeah, because he's played about 1 million games for them. I don't reckon he scored more than 50 goals, though. He's got 22 goals.
Right, okay.
I'm going
What did
to
I get?
take...
22?
You got 22? Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of appearances, that's stupid.
Yeah, a bit more
Which
than
would have been
180.
too many, yeah. So
I'm going to take Marouane Fellaini.
Oh, Fellaini's good. Fellaini's a good shout.
Because he bagged a few... 25! Oh.
Hey, this is going to go on forever. Can I have... was he there long enough? Can I have Louis Saha?
Oh, yeah, Saha's a good shout. I like that.
I think the lesson here is that Everton have had lots of goal scorers for 1 or 2 years, and then they've left.
I think maybe appearances for this might have been the better
Might
way
have been
to
a
do
better
it.
shout. Yeah, well.
Let me just get rid of that.
Well, with
my
337.
laptop is dying. I'm going to take Kevin Morales.
Kevin Morales!
I can have a few. 29!
Gimme the man with the most Jamaican name in the world, Leighton Baines. Leighton Baines.
Yeah, I think he'll have way more than your boy Seamus Coleman did.
Penalties, free kicks, give me like
that'd
50.
be good. This is going to be a long... This is just how many Everton players can you
I thought
name?
I thought we might crunch 2 of these in there before the end of the
I
stream.
don't think we're going to.
I'll go Arteta.
Oh, Al from the back of the room.
Arteta?
Mikel Arteta.
15 or 16?
28.
Oh, 28!
Cheers, Al.
Crikey Moses.
Much appreciated.
Can I have Thomas Radzinski?
Oh, yes, good shout. Was he Czech? Right.
Zins? Yeah,
There
we
he
go.
is. He's Canadian.
Canadian, yeah. Every answer's like 25. Oh my
I'm
god.
really trying to avoid looking at the chat because I'm just going to go on a different tab.
We shouldn't be able to, yeah,
No, we
we
shouldn't.
shouldn't need the chat for this.
I'll tell you what, yeah, we need to turn that chat thing over.
I've already got my next one lined up.
All right. I'm going to take Stephen Pienaar. Maybe around 30, I reckon.
Yeah.
22. This
Can
is
I
so
have
long.
James McFadden?
You may have James McFadden.
11! 11!
Okay, there's got to be some more options out there
Come on.
than who I'm going to go with. Salomon Rondon didn't score any goals, I don't think.
No, right.
Well, I think Everton, that sub where Rondon was coming on for Jake
This
Tosin.
stream is longer than the amount of time that Rondon was at
I
Everton.
think it probably is. I'm going to go...
I'm going to start. I'm going to start. I'm getting out of centre forwards after this. I'm going to midfielders.
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing this. I did with Arteta, I guess. Played for Hull. Jelavic. Nikita Jelavic. I reckon he's got about 12 goals. 16. All of that for 16 goals.
Can I have Joseph Yobo?
How am I spelling that?
Yobo. This is going to be about 15. He's
All right,
got 264
hang on.
left.
But that has helped me think of Feed the Yak. Yakubu was there, wasn't he?
Yakubu, yeah.
The Yak was there. Actually, 25. It's a bit better than 8. Al, have you got a list there?
You got a list of Everton. No.
Sorry, because I thought the way you were saying that we're missing obvious ones, I thought you had a list of them up.
Can I have... Oh, he wasn't there that long. I thought of him at the start, but I've not. Can I have Richarlison?
Oh, yeah, no, that's a good
Can I have
shout.
Richarlison?
Yeah, that'll get you 40 odd, I reckon. Yeah.
Oh, all right, now we're cooking.
Richie. I'm in a bit of trouble
Come on.
All of... Does it? I'm not going to look though.
Well, we're not going to... We should have played against chat.
We should have played... Oh my god, that'd have been good, wouldn't it?
We'll do this against... Right, actually, we'll still have 15 minutes after this. We'll do it against chat.
Yeah, chat. We're doing it, and suggestions as well for the topics would be useful as well. I'm going to go for James Rodriguez.
He's got like 6. You should get a point for that. I will have Wayne Rooney. I can't believe you didn't pick Rooney.
I'm crumbling now. Right.
20.
Wayne Rooney scored 25 goals for Everton. That's it, 25 goals.
Did this person play in the Premier League era, or am I just not an old head?
Oh, Kevin Campbell's good shout actually.
Come on!
Oh,
Oh, that 180 now. Right. Not that anyone scored 180 goals for
Kevin
Everton.
Campbell. Oh my God! Come on, I've got to be able to think. Who was the first? Come on, that Everton side, the first Everton side,
The first ever.
the first
Everton
Everton side. Oh my God! Why can't I think here? God, Everton.
Sorry, state of affairs.
Who's there now? Christ.
I don't even know who's there now.
Screw it. Tarkowski.
Sorry.
James Tarkowski. I can't. I don't want dead air. I can't think of another Everton player. We're like 10 or something. 3. Oh God.
I'm thinking of players that were there for a while. Have either of us said Jagielka yet?
Nope.
Right, we're back to centre halves. We're chipping away at that 180 score. 14, okay, I'll take that.
I have Ross Barkley.
Oh no, that's actually a good answer.
He exists. He's
that's
real.
that's a serious footballing answer.
Wasn't there that? There was another one. Wasn't there that long?
It's good though. 21. Yeah.
Okay.
Did well for his fine self there, didn't he? Oh Jesus, this is rough. Have you got someone big?
Oh, I've got it.
Oh no.
Oh, I've got it. 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 I might even have a checkout. Oh, maybe I misremembered how many goals he scored. I think he might be their record goal scorer.
Well, I'm going to go for Beto.
Right.
Don't mind me getting a casual 14 on the board.
Leon Osman. Is he not their record goal scorer, Leon Osman?
Surely not. Surely
Record
Leon.
Premier League goal scorer.
Surely Leon Osman.
He was
isn't
there forever. He's like the record.
He was there
He's got
for
like
ages.
some record.
44. It's a good answer, but it's not quite a check.
I thought that was me.
You thought Leon Osman scored 100.
Wait, so Leon
Okay.
Osman's third all-time record goal scorer?
Leon Osman was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hang on, sorry. You thought Leon Osman scored 172 goals
Maybe.
in the Premier League.
He was there long enough, wasn't he? Maybe.
No, he scored more than 6 or 8 for them.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow.
Have we got the top scorer?
You've got the top scorer.
Who was the
Okay,
top
good.
scorer?
You've got Lukaku,
Right.
Okay.
and then Ferguson was the second.
Right.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm sure Cahill was up there as well.
Haven't got third.
We haven't got third.
Oh. Okay.
I can only really think of defenders. Then. Oh no, it's a pretty morally bankrupt answer, but
I can't believe each other's on the stream.
hey,
James,
25
I will not
points.
be cancelling myself. I'll have James Beattie, thank you.
James Beattie's a good shout.
I still love James Beattie. I always used to buy James Beattie to replace Shearer on Football Manager.
13.
Oh, you've just Southampton, that's why.
He scored all his goals at Southampton, didn't he? Well, not all,
Not-
not all
Not
of them.
13 of them.
Yeah, no, good point. Oh god, this is bleak. Sylvan Distan?
God, I'd be struggling to name Everton players at this point.
I'm reaching into
gonna
the
be getting
barrel. 2! Sylvan Distan scored 2 goals.
Right. Can I? No, hang on. Just name Everton. Michael Keane.
I think we've given ourselves an impossible task here. Hang on, where's my mouse gone?
Need 100
I've lost the
more.
mouse
We need
now.
100 more Everton goals. This is
We're going to
awful.
chip away one by one.
100 more Everton goals. Oh,
He's
that's
got-
not bad,
He's got
that.
17 goals at association
Was James
football.
Beattie? No, so I still haven't got the third highest goal scorer.
No, James Beattie had 13 goals. It wasn't him.
Can we get a clue? What position does he play?
Yeah, can we get a clue on this go, ideally? If it can be.
Barrel's name.
And it's not Calvert-Lewin.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, we said Calvert-Lewin.
Wait,
Oh.
okay, what about the fourth then?
Well, we don't know who that is, so we can't tell if we've got him or not.
Have you done the Australian?
Tim Cahill?
Yeah.
You've done him. Yeah, you've done
Did
him.
him straight away.
You got more, you're in the
Right,
This is
great.
really bad. I don't know. I simply don't know. And we're at 125. I've got.
You're at 125.
I'm at 100. Sorry, you're at 98. Oh Christ. Mine's gone blank here.
I can't even name an Everton player for you.
I can't. Name
Have Dwight
anyone.
McNeil, we talked about him.
Oh yeah, Dwight McNeil. Yeah, he probably scored 3 goals. Nah, he'll have 10, I reckon. 14.
14, well done, Dwight McNeil.
Yeah.
Right. We'll have one more round. and then we're calling it.
Just in case there's someone out there with 98 goals and 111
Yeah,
goals.
we'll have one more round, and I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you a chance to win with my pick, right? I'll have Tim Howard.
I don't know why I'm putting him in.
Because you got 1 goal.
He did.
Right. Archie, you require 14.
Can I name someone that scored 14 Premier League
Just
goals?
just imagine you're at Ali Pali, you're at the Oki. 1. Archie, you require 14.
How many goals has Tierno Barry got?
I don't know if it's 14.
I don't think it's 14, but that's currently what I'm running with. No, I'm gonna have to go Tierno Barry. I've got nothing else.
Here he comes. Tierno Barry. Who's, I would guess, scored 5 goals. There we go.
Well played.
Well done.
Yeah,
Well done. Better man won.
Football's the
Great.
winner.
Right. What's the chat got? Let's put them. Let's see what they were.
Yeah,
Lescott.
let's
What
get
about
their answers
Lescott?
in.
Lescott would have been a good one.
Let's just chuck him in. Let's get us down to.
Oh, Victor Anichebe.
What do you mean? Victor Anichebe. He'll have like 4 goals.
Victor Anichebe. Try Victor
Let's
Anichebe.
go.
I think Victor Anichebe's got more goals than you think.
Lescott got 14. Anichebe got 18.
There you go, Victor Anichebe. What else are they saying? Scott Gemmell for the Bants. Phil Neville.
Phil Neville. Yeah.
Phil Neville. I think I
Neville Southall. Yep.
4 for Phil Neville.
Stephen Naismith. What a shout.
Did you do Lewis Saha?
I did Louis Saha.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
19. Stephen Naismith.
Right.
I've raced into the lead.
Right. We're gonna play the chat.
Yep.
We're gonna play,
let's do a new one.
as a final fun thing before we log off, because there's
Before my
absolutely
laptop
no
dies.
transfers to talk about. You got to charge it. Pull the plug over.
I
Charge
don't think it's going to reach.
Pull the plug over.
I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go once you try and get some categories off of chat.
You get the charger. I'll set this up.
Go
You
on.
do I click 501
Yeah,
now?
Get us out of that.
God, your battery is going to die.
Yeah,
Right.
it really is.
Oh, you got the chat here. You've got the chat on screen.
Yeah, and it clearly didn't bloody help me, did it? No, I turned them
Wait,
off
have
while
you-
we were playing until we went to
Where's
the
it gone?
final answers.
So
It's up there, mate.
Oh, that's
It's
on there. Yeah,
So,
okay.
do you want to just...
I don't know whether man. Yeah, you just have it back. You just have it back. Yeah, that was a productive use of rubbish time. Well done, everyone. Right, chat, please. Suggestions. What is the team? What is the criteria? I think we should do appearances.
I don't think goals... I
Goals
don't
is
think it needs to
bad.
be
Let's
goals.
do appearances. We're going to do appearances. Pick the team, or just actually, should we do a niche Premier League location one?
Niche Premier League location.
So, like, because aren't the locations selectable?
Oh, right, so a whole Premier League.
All Premier League all time, but
Oh, do I do Scandinavia?
I think Asia would be good.
Oh, Africa.
Yeah,
Africa,
because that
right.
one's not long finished. Right.
Yeah.
I said you guys pick. We picked. We picked.
It's my channel, my rules.
Right.
Second time you've done that now.
How are we going to select from the chat?
Just see what comes up and see if it's good.
Right. Or do you want to do the chat and I'll? Yeah. So you do chat.
So I'll be chat and you be you.
You be chat and I'll be me.
Okay.
Right.
We might. I'll tell you what. We need to
So
turn that bloody screen over.
you can basically only pick answers from chat.
Yeah.
But you can pick whatever answers you
Okay.
want.
Okay. So only answers from
Right.
chat.
It's all of you versus me. Right.
And what are we doing? Are we doing appearances? I'll tell you
Appear-
what. See, appearances minus something is always quite fun.
Is that going to be too complex? Appearances minus goals.
Yeah. So like, okay, obviously he's not African,
I get
but
it.
Haaland scores like 14.
So he'd only
which
have
is
one.
Mental.
Is that too complex? Appearances minus goals.
I think appearances minus goals is quite fun.
All right, appearances minus goals. Here we go.
Appearances minus goals, Premier League, all teams, Africa.
Right.
We're going to go.
Appearances minus goals.
Player 1, Adam, you can start because I've got the weight of the masses.
Yeah, can I have
Chat.
Czech Tiote? 1 goal.
We'll see how long
Hell of a goal. Oh, yeah, that's a really good point, actually. Wow, that's a
Bump,
fantastic
bump,
answer.
bump.
Right, chat. It'll be harder for chat to cheat by Google. Oh, yeah, I guess chat could Google, couldn't they?
Yeah, but then you're only cheating yourself.
And it's boring, aren't you? Right, got a couple of answers here. I'm not too keen. Oh, you know what? My dad's just commented. So I'm going to pick his answer because I want to.
I only saw Hal Robson Carney there.
217. Cheers for that, Dad. Thanks a bunch.
Womp.
Killed us there. Thank you very much.
Very, very late in life to learn that lesson, but I'm pleased you have learned it.
Oh, that's very good.
Right,
That's very good.
right. Can I have... Do you know, it was that many. I'll have Yaya Toure. I think I've overshot, but there's a lot of goals there.
You sure you don't want Yaya Son?
No, I want Yaya
Hell
Toure.
of a player.
Oh!
Chat, we killed her. Chat, we're done.
We're nearly,
We are absolutely.
I'd
Romeo
almost be
done.
on a 9 darter here. This is unbelievable.
Right. Okay, so many suggestions. Oh yeah, because they must be late because they're all answering Yaya Toure. All right, I've seen one a lot. No, I don't like any of these. Okay,
Wow.
because it's taking away goals. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Who gave us that? I need to shout them out.
Who did you put in? You got to say.
Albert Einstrong. Sorry, I put in Didier Drogba.
Wow. Okay.
150, because obviously if you take away the goals, he's doing well.
Okay, right.
Albert Einstrong, thank you for that.
African. Do you know what I'm really tempted to say? Because as you can see, my strategy was not go big appearances, massive appearances, big goals, and get it
Yeah.
down. Basically, get a big score down to 180. I'm going to go for like
What's that midpoint?
what's roughly in the 180 appearances mark with a couple of
Yeah.
goals taken off.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm going. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's kind of how I'm feeling.
Mhm.
But I don't hate the idea of Sadio Mane. I don't hate the idea of Sadio Mane because he was there longer than Salah. Longer than Salah.
Yeah, and the goals will knock it down, won't they?
And but do the goals knock it down? Is there enough goals there?
Give it a
Because
donkey
if
go.
you're getting like 10... I'm going to say Sadio Mane.
Okay.
Because I think, yeah, there's a lot of goals. There's a lot of goals. I can't do the Ali G thing, but
That
if I
scored
could.
152, in case you can't see that.
This looks like work. This looks like I've planned
Yeah, this really
I
does.
can't believe how well this is going compared to them other games.
Right, I need to pick a decent one from
Come on,
chat.
chat.
Or we are
Come on.
absolute finito.
You all know so much.
Oh, someone's answered John Terry, so that's absolutely helpful.
This is bringing out the worst in me, this game, by the way.
Next answered Tim Ream. I don't hate that shout.
What?
Colo, no, maybe he's got too many. No, because the goals won't take it away. He'll have too many assists. Whoever
Who
said
are you
that.
thinking of?
Colo Toure.
Colo Toure.
So I think he'll have too many appearances because he did Liverpool as well as City as well as Arsenal.
Yeah,
I think he'll have too many
Colo Toure would be like
appearances.
300-400 appearances.
I like that shout. Wilfried Zaha. Yeah, now
Oh, no.
we're finished.
Oh,
We're
no, right.
finished.
Well, I need to think. This is tough, this is tough, this. Can I have, please? No, he's been there for ages. And then he said Brian and Burma there.
Scored a lot there.
Oh, if I could think better, what I should pick is...
Oh, I've seen my next answer in the chat. That's a really good shout.
No. No, I had a really good answer, but he was there. I thought I had a win.
Really?
I thought I'd won it, but no, he was there he played 2 seasons, not 1. That was his problem. Can I have, please, Michele at Sunderland?
Mukiele.
Michele, yeah.
He's French.
Is he?
Yeah.
He went to AFCON?
Nordi Mukiele.
Yeah, he went to AFCON.
I doubt it. He's French.
Who am I thinking of?
You thinking of Sadiki?
Oh, maybe. I thought he went
He
to
went
AFCON.
AFCON.
Oh, right, okay. Well, yeah, give me Sadiki. Got Sadiki, we're getting mixed up, okay. I've just seen, literally, because they're doing the Sunderland team, I've just seen him. Okay.
Right, so your plan is to get gradually down, right?
Yeah.
Chat did a fantastic shout here, and I've seen one that I really like the look of. I think the goals will knock it down enough.
That's good. Oh my God. You lot. You can't buy a win. And finally, I've had this in my back pocket.
Go on.
For a checkout. I think I would like to have, I'm sure he only had, because I nearly said him when we did the Everton game. Please may I have Samuel Eto'o? I think he was only. I was going to say him when he was at Everton.
It's got him down to 1. It's got him down to 1 needed. No, but okay. So the rules of Football 501 are you can go to -10 as well. So you're allowed 1 to 11 essentially. That's really close, mate. Everyone said you were thinking of Reynaldo.
Oh,
maybe.
yeah.
He's a Sunderland defender that went to AFCON.
Now
I think they're just bailing you out there. Right.
1.
Who have we got?
Guys, 1.
Who is in this chat that can help? Right. I like this answer, and someone said it's not going to be right, but I think it's a good one.
I'm going to have to.
I'm going to go for Joel Matip.
Oh, that's good.
141, right. We are off the board.
Right, I need to remember this guy's name. He played 1 game for Newcastle. And his name wasn't Diatta. Mamadou Diatta. Diatta. Oh, is it Lamine? Yeah, maybe Lamine. Lamine Diatta. That's what I'm going to go with.
He's done it.
Oh!
Well,
2. I got a 2.
Wow.
That's very good.
I got a 2.
That's a very good answer. Chat, you let us down a little bit there. Maybe it was my picking, but yeah, 210 left. It's not great.
And that's exactly 8 o'clock.
That is exactly.
Can I just say, right? Obviously, you and me, we're heroes. We're very brave. We deserve a medal.
Of course.
Obviously, there's an enormous team behind the set here who I hope will all give themselves a round of applause, please. And in fact, actually, if you would all like to come in front of the camera for a little bit, because you've all made a valid contribution.
I don't think any of them will. Oh, there we go.
No, you should. No, come on. You should. We would like to plug extensively your services. Please do come and sit. Please do come and sit. Please just take a seat.
It is worth saying that nothing will switch now.
No, that's fine. Yeah, we're all on one camera.
From one camera angle.
Gentlemen, would you like to just take a quick moment? Please introduce yourselves to the audience, the business, everything, blah, blah, blah. Because it'd be nice if somebody out there might be looking for some live streaming setup. Yeah. So please, the microphone is.
I'm not sure if this microphone's on still.
But
thank you, Al, for panning. So myself and Dom, we co-founded a company called Window Zebra. We're a media production team based in London, in Park Royal. And we do everything from branded content, social, right through to live stream. So that's a little about us and what we do.
Thank you for having us.
You're very so normally we do these much smaller scale in the room through there, and they're the biggest hassle of the week. Trying to work out if we can get them sorted, or where's the thing? We always need the thing. They're a nightmare. This has been so much bigger in scale and gone on for 3 hours, and it has been an absolute dream to just go, yes, we would like it to look like this, and this is the sound requirements, and I may need a table for 5 minutes, and it's just been absolutely... So if you're wondering why this looks several levels above the usual slop we put out for you when it's live, these men are the reason why. So we'll get a quick couple of GGs, some GGs in the chat, please. That'd be really nice. And everybody rated the transfer window. Are you the worst possible score? Right, on behalf of all of us here, and Al, who's too modest to come in front of the camera for some reason, thank you very much for joining us. You are all the real heroes, I would say. If any of you have actually sat through all 3 hours of a transfer deadline day live stream in which there were no transfers on transfer deadline day, bar the ones we already knew about when we came into the room, then thank you dearly. We'll be back with another live stream on Friday. That's for members, so if you'd like to join us for that. It won't be this good, but it'll be a different good.
We will try.
That's what we promise. We will try our best, and that you can become a member. The link will be down below. The kits are no longer in shop, but they're lovely. You should treat yourselves to one of those. And we'll be back with your regulation programming throughout the week. I've just realised, Adam, you came and sat in the shot and then didn't. Just yourself. Do you want to say goodbye to everyone?
I'm from Watford.
He's the Watford local. He's the new Watford manager.
Yes, and on that note, I'm about to go be unveiled outside Vicarage Road. So until next time, we will see you later. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye. And now we need someone to go and turn the live stream off.
Because
we've taken away all the people that are running the live stream. So yeah.